All right. All right. We are live. How we all doing? How's Saturday night going? How's Saturday night with the boxing going? This card's not been too bad as of late. Well, this card so far, it's actually been all right. I've seen some good little scraps on it. I didn't catch any of the undercard, like low down the undercard fights, but I did get a chance to. Just give me one second. Yeah, sounds fine. Well, before I did that, I wanted to make sure the sound was all right because the sound I can't run it as smooth on the live watch alongs as I can on the normal ones. But we are good to go with this. We are literally, and if anyone who's watching or looking into this has maybe the zones running faster for them, then please don't spoil anything. I'm watching this Terry Harper fight, and I've currently literally a minute to go in the fifth round. So, because with Sky, which normally is over there, it's a lot more straightforward because it's a lot stronger stream basically I get on Sky. Whereas the Zone, and it's amazing, right? That's a brand new Toshiba TV. Reasonably new anyway, and you can't get the Zone on. You can't download the Zone app, which I don't understand. So I'm having to use tried and tested. You obviously, oh shit. No, I don't think you can see it. I don't think you can see it there. I think that was just the stream that was coming back the stream like from camera to camera. So having to use the old tried and tested to watch this. But let's get into the chat. I'm gonna let this round finish, and because we're this card's gone by quick. You know, you had Gary Cully getting a good stoppage, looked very good against Miguel Vasquez. Although Vasquez looked absolutely over the hill. To say he was over the hill was an understatement. He looked terrible in that fight. Sandy Ryan got beat. That was really poor matchmaking though from Matchroom, who they put her in there with. I mean, that girl coming off recent world title wins, good shot in there actually from Terry Harper. That girl was a former world champion coming off losses over, tried and tested good world champions. And they're putting Sandy Ryan in there. And Sandy Ryan is okay, but she still needs a lot of progression. We on the cranberry juice tonight, people. We on the cranberry juice tonight. So let's have a look see. Now that we're in between rounds, pick up the Nordic. Going with Conlan on points in a very close fight. Who do you see winning this fight as a real champion? Well, honestly, yeah, I would see them as the real champion. I have to say, mate, big up to MVG, by the way. I would see the winner of this fight as being the real champion, I have to say. I would say purely because Leo Santa Cruz hasn't even fought at 126 pounds. Oh, Jesus, since 2017, maybe even. It would have been about that. So, for me, this is the real champion. I mean, the fact that the WBA still have him recognized as their champion when he's not fought there in years is an absolute disgrace. In my opinion, I think it's just absolutely disgraceful that they do that. So, as far as I'm concerned, the real champion at 126 pounds is the winner of this fight. That's as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, I would be safe. Yeah, see Tyann Boots latest video. Coogan telling what was it, Porky, to be safe. I was only watching. I only got through half of today. I think Abella won the fourth round. Gab, smart money's going to be on Conlan on points. Yeah, yeah, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one for me. I'm not too sure. I was at the start. I was really thinking that Leigh would stop Michael Conlan, and I do still think he will win. I think if you hand on heart, Leigh will win this fight. I think the home field advantage will play a big factor, and I do think Conlan is tremendously overrated. Like he's a good fighter, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, but he is overrated. That's definitely he is definitely an overrated fighter. He's a very good fighter, but just nowhere near as good as I think people make him out to be. I remember when he was turning pro. Was it Matthew Macklin was saying within 10 fights you'll have Michael Conlan as world champion? He's never literally, and I don't like the way they've kind of progressed with his career because he was at 126 pounds. Well, he's mainly campaigned at 126, but the whole thing was get a crack at a vacant WBO title or get a mandatory shot. There was talk of him and Shakur at one point, and then it went to okay, you might have to fight the winner of Navarrete for that title. And at that point, when Navarrete was the guy they were like put in line with, they were like, "I will move down to 126," and they were actually targeting Fulton, Stephen Fulton at the time. And then we started seeing more of Fulton, and we realised how good Fulton is. And all of a sudden, then it was, all right, we'll go back up to 126. So for me, Team Conlan, although they come across as being very confident, the way that they've been going up and down in between weights and then picking who they perceive to be the easiest champion, it does say to me that there is, I don't want to say that there's a lack of confidence necessarily, but they definitely seem to me to be wanting to go down the road of easiest possible title, because they could have had chances in the past, and the whole kind of going down to 122, where they were saying like, oh yeah, we'll stay at 122, it'll be this. The minute we saw how good Fulton was, if Fulton was the guy they were targeting, they were like, all right, straight back up to 126. And then when Leigh Wood won, that was kind of the next step. Whoa, I'm missing a lot of chats here. Big up to Nick every single time. Appreciate it, man. I hope you're having a great evening. I'm with company, so stopping by to smash the like button. We're joined the playback gang. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you dropping by. And if you could, lads and lassies, appreciate it if you could smash the like button. Really could. We get back into this Terry Harper fight. I really did think this would be the co-main. I really did. I actually thought, see, the running order of these DAZN shows sometimes catch me out. I always think that fights will be on at this time, but they aren't. They're on earlier. I actually thought Cully versus Vasquez would be, if not the co-main, it would have been on by now. It's already been and gone. If I still lived in Nottingham, I may have gone to the fight. It would have been a great atmosphere. Yeah, it looks a hell of a good atmosphere in there. Conlan wins, and a win for Ireland. Pretty big time boxing back on to Ireland with Katie. Look, I'd love it if they could get boxing back in Ireland. Lord knows it's been on its knees long before 2020. I mean, to put it in context, we're not going to take the North into consideration because it's under the British Boxing Board of Control. But in the Republic of Ireland in 2019, not 2020, 2019, there was two professional shows in the country. So if you were a fighter who wasn't fancying leaving Ireland, or couldn't maybe say for whatever reason, anyone from Ireland fly to the UK, but we'll say for whatever reason you couldn't go abroad or something like that, you had two chances to get out. That's it. How's it going? It's going pretty well, mate. I gotta say, it's going pretty well. Yeah, I think Vasquez's age caught up to him. You still see a few snippets of Vasquez there, but for the most part, he was gone. Woods by KO. Down goes Harper. Did she go down? I didn't see it. If she did, I missed it, man. And if she did, there's 17 seconds to go in this round 7. So, and like to be honest with you, I'm not really. This fight is not one I'm watching it, but I'm not watching it with a keen eye. Like I'll be watching the next fight, Keehan, and then I'll be watching the main event, obviously. I favour Conlan big time from the beginning. I just think he's got more to the table. We'll wait and see. We shall wait and see. Agree, Conlan has been overrated, but this is a big opportunity for him. Couldn't believe it when I found out he's 30. Yeah, he's born in 91. He was born in 91, so he's going on 31. He's going on 31, yeah. And don't get me wrong, Conlan is a good fighter, but Conlan, I have a funny feeling that Conlan could get countered quite badly in this fight by Leigh Wood. I'll tell you why. Conlan, well, Leigh Wood is a good counter puncher. If you notice about Leigh Wood, he can counter punch quite well, and a lot of the shots he throws come in from awkward angles. Now, Mick Conlan, at least under Adam Booth, he's been switch hitting a lot. And like, I get why fighters do that, but I'm someone who, like, I look at Demetrius Andre. Demetrius Andre is quite a good switch hitter when he wants to be, as is Terence Crawford, but they don't consistently do it. People like Mick Conlan, Kid Galahad, they switch hit a good bit, and it's constant. They're constantly changing their stance, even when they don't need to. And oftentimes, when you do that, sometimes it can be for desperation. Sometimes you can be just doing it for the sake of it, but you give your opponent, because when you're resetting, you give your opponent chances. A good example would be when Sergey Kovalev fought Andre Ward, the second fight. Before Kovalev got really, really hurt by the right hand, and the right hand did hurt. If you go look at that 7th round, before Andre Ward landed that right hand, Sergey Kovalev switched stance. And as he's switching back from southpaw to orthodox, and Sergey Kovalev's not a known switch hitter. Some good shots going there from Harper. Sergey Kovalev's not a known switch hitter. So as he did that, you see him switch the stance, and at that moment, Andre Ward was like, boom. right hand down the pipe. And because he was in the middle of a switching stance, it didn't give him a chance to get out of the way, and hence the reason why they had. I made no mistake about it. There's a lot of low blows in that fight, but that right hand did do it. I think there's possibility Woods has been a bit overrated because of his last fight. Oh yeah, definitely. There's a chance we haven't. I think it was what level he was at. I genuinely think that Leigh Wood went as far as he went under Dave Colwell. And whether you like Ben Davison or not, I do think I think Ben Davison is a good coach. He gets an awful lot of criticism. Just give me 1 sec. I'll stay on camera and I'll finish that question, but I just need to turn the heating off. I think Ben Davison gets an awful lot of stick because he can't keep his mouth shut. He's too camera happy. He's too, in love with giving his opinion on camera. And I think that rubs people up the wrong way. But definitely Leigh Wood, you can, even in the fights he's lost, you can see potential there, but it's just going nowhere. I think Conlan is a fighter who will rise to the occasion a bit like Fury, possibly. Yeah, Woods by stoppage. I've been totally wrong lately. Hey, my predictions haven't been great lately. I got Khan wrong. Got Eubank right. What else did I get wrong? Well, I would have liked to have got the Josh Taylor fight wrong, even though I got it right. He didn't win that fight. But we are boxing is a sport where you could take a fan who knows nothing about boxing, they have 50 chance of getting the winner. Like if you took a fan who knows absolutely zilch about boxing, you said pick a winner between Tyson Fury, Dylan White, and you say you had 2 fans that didn't know it, and you said one can have to do one can have the other, one's got to be right. Does that mean they're boxing? No, it just means they got a 50-50 chance. Who you got in the Collie Breeders? I got a Collie winning that fight. It's too big. Love to see Irish boxing get big again. Been a bit of a stall for you guys lately. It's been a bit of a stall for a while, mate. I don't see any fix to it, to be honest with you. There's not enough gyms, for one. There's not enough shows. There's not enough opportunity. I mean, if you're someone who's a decent amateur and you're from one end of the country, you have to literally move to Dublin to get into a decent pro gym. And it's expensive to live in Dublin, very expensive. And a lot of these guys don't make much money from the small hall shows in Ireland. So having someone like Katie Taylor, Mick Conlan, Gary Cully, people like that, the guy in the next fight, is an Irish name, and it's difficult for me even to pronounce. I think it's Keehan. It's not Keehan, like Keehan or Queven, something like that. It's a really, really tricky name to pronounce. A lot of Irish names sound very different to how they look. Like, for example, like we spell Owen, Eoghan. So, like, there's a lot of Irish names looking, and that doesn't look anything like Owen, but that's a lot of Irish names look weird. Crawford is vastly better switch hitter. Yeah, Crawford is. But the thing about Andre is that if you look at like some fights, the Jack Culcay fight, which was a tough fight for him, once he found his stance, which he was finding out he was better in, I think he was better in the orthodox stance, he just stuck orthodox. He didn't decide, he didn't change it, just left it as is. Carlos Adams, I didn't see that, but I did see. Do you want to know why I didn't do a video on Munguia potentially fighting, naming the guy? His name escapes me now. Charlo. Do you know why? Because I had a feeling something like that would happen. I just saw 2 different networks. I saw a clash of egos, and I had a feeling that wasn't going to happen. Have I watched Paddy Donovan? Yeah, I've seen him. Looks very good. Big up to Jamie every single time, man. Appreciate you dropping by, man. Appreciate you dropping by. Me and Jamie, we actually got to meet up when I was in London there. I only came back this day last week. And yeah, man, that was a great. We were like 3 and a bit hours. It was great fun. I actually had a great time. So big up to Jamie, big up to Sean every time. What's good? Just got myself a new phone for the birthday. Happy birthday, man, and enjoy it, man. All them little gifts like phones and stuff like that are great, man. It's great to just get like new little things like that. And if you could hit the like button, 77 in the building. You know how animated I get in some of these watch-alongs. Like, how like when something kind of shocking happens, I can just be like, what? I think that's the funnest part of doing these. As I love doing these, because it actually makes, if you've got a really boring, like say a show is going really boring, it's just having these watch-alongs makes it just so much more bearable. Breeders has to get past Max Smith. He's Aussie, is he? Conlan will need to knock out Woods, and his corner will score this in favor of Woods anyway. I think. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, right? Mick Conlan says it himself. He knows it's going to be a lot more hostile. Mick Conlan, and this go and look at his fights. He is quite reckless when he's throwing body shots, and he goes down low quite a bit. And believe me, he gets away with that a lot in Belfast. He is not going to get away with it here. They will be docking points left, right, and centre. Yeah, no. Let me, mate. When when Fury says stuff like that, I don't even do videos on it anymore because it's just that's in his nature. I don't even bother with it. It's just that's just Tyson Fury. That is Tyson Fury in a nutshell. He's the type of guy who would say, you know, I learned how to fly, but you wouldn't understand, so I can't show you. That's just Tyson Fury. Big up to Laura. Queven, yes, Queven, like Quiva, like the male version of Quiva. Uh, Shaggy Apate or Pate, getting that wrong again, of course, would be Breedis if he's not on point. I have to look at that guy. No, neither do I. Neither do I. Neither do I. I think that's one of the reasons why I think the Sandy Ryan performance went the way it did. Big up to I'll name this account later, even to you. They accept the rights to the UK and other countries for the zone, but Golden Boy didn't respond. Oh, really? That's interesting. I knew it was something to do with that. I thought it was actually more money. Watch along to high intensity better than commentary. Yeah, I know, man. That's the thing. That's the thing. Like, the thing I don't like about doing, like, about when I watched Breedis a Collie, and that actually wasn't a bad card. I was like, I can't be listening to this. Like, Andy Lee is good, Ade is good. The rest are just crap. Plus, I don't really like Leigh Woods. Has a lot of political protection, and he's not a big name. He always came across as, and they got Carl Froch on this card actually as well. Funny enough, but I didn't really mind him too much, mate. Are you not showing your knees? Nah, man, not tonight. The way the camera angle is the main event next. One more fight. One more fight. He does talk a bit. So does Conlan, to be fair to his credit. We'll just have to wait and see. So does Ben Davison. So does Adam Booth. You like rap music? If so, who do you like? I like all types of music, mate. With rap, I like Devlin, the British rapper. He's very talented. He's very good. I've always liked Exhibit. I love his raps, and if you actually listen to some of them, they're really like he touched on some really deep things in them. Who else do I like? Um, who else do I like in terms of rappers? I probably like. There's other rappers like I'd listen to in the gym, and I probably wouldn't even know who their names are because I just like the songs. Um, I like a bit of Public Enemy now and again. They're all right. Ice Cube, I like Ice Cube. That's really it. When I was a kid, I used to like Eminem, and I still do like some of his songs, but I wouldn't be a massive fan. Like Eminem's a great rapper, I'll give you wrong, but I wouldn't be rushing out to buy his album. When I was a kid, I used to like him. I got Serrano on points. Evening, folks. Evening, G man. Always enjoy these watch alongs. You and me both, man. I enjoy doing them. Big ass for Ryan tonight, getting that L now though. Yeah, that was. I think that was poor matchmaking, to be honest with you, mate. I mean, she was coming off back 3 losses. Michaela Myers and Jessica McCaskill twice in close fights. Like that's silly. Like Sandy Ryan needed so much more work. Not she's not a bad fighter, but like way too in your fourth fight that was stupid. Um, it wasn't bad in terms of like it wasn't like Sandy Ryan took a beat. He just made loads of mistakes. It was getting countered quite a bit, and it will read split decision. Should have been unanimous. Should have been unanimous. Terry Harper's going to get this. I've not even talked about this. But I had no interest in watching this fight. Will they blame Ben if Woods loses? Yep. Oh man, if Woods loses, he is going to get it because Lee McGregor had a draw a couple of weeks ago. And to be fair, Lee McGregor should have won that fight. I thought the draw was a very poor result. I mean, it was a single score referee, and I thought that was very poor. Lee McGregor should have won that fight. The Taylor fight has added fuel on the fire. big up. G-Man top of the head looks like a boss baby. Top of your head. G-Man was one of the members of So Solid Crew Rap Collection. Is that where you got the name? No, where I got the name was literally in the boxing gym. Literally was in the boxing gym when I was going, like this was when I was only about like 18. It was in my first ever amateur gym. And one of the coaches, who he knew my name, and he was like, "You going up to spar?" And as I was literally getting put on the head guard, he's like, "Ah, here comes G Man," and it just kind of stuck from there. Like next time I went into the gym, they were saying, "Ah, you're G Man, aren't you?" And the main coach of that gym was a man called Gary. He left it to go to a different boxing club, and I mainly would have trained with him. So I didn't. I went back to that gym without him, and I was just like, "Oh, it's not the same." I didn't feel the same sense. It just seemed to lead when he left that club just died. So I followed him, and obviously still copy G Man. So I went to the ring, G Man. Then the next gym I went to, it was the same thing. So it just in kind of boxing circles, that's where the name stuck. I mean, I don't obviously. And I was telling Jamie this as well that I really don't like it when people outside of boxing call me that. Like I think Jamie didn't call me. I think Jamie just called me by my real name, which I much preferred. And then over Babbage, I mean, Babbage, man, he is a. They haven't got Babbage out like on many of these cards. He's not been out since that near catastrophe back thing. Keep it boxing. Don't really care about your music preference. Never get that 30-second back. Ah man, we can talk about anything on these. And besides, there's no boxing going on at the minute. We're listening to the Car Froch. Today was a good day. Today was a good day. I keep had some good hits, some good songs back in the day. Hope judges are on point if they're needed, hopefully. And of course, Jaron McClellan, one of my favourite fighters to watch of all time. Love me some Jaron McClellan. Vicious body puncher. Just his defense was so bad. That's the one bad thing about McClellan. At this stage, from what I've seen from Babbage, I would say yeah, I would pick Sakalowski to probably beat him. I mean, they really. I think that there was moments in that Winters fight. Although he looked good, you saw little spots as Addy is about to interview Terry Harper, big up to Addy, doing his bit. But you saw parts in that Winters fight that made you stop and think, "Ooh, if someone could counterpunch decently and do this, they could give this guy fits." And look, he was very nearly stopped by a French journeyman back before Christmas. So yeah, Babbage, I don't see. I will enjoy the ride while it lasts. You just know where this is going to end. You just know where the Babbage story is going to end. It's going to end in absolute flames, but you're going to enjoy the ride while it's going. You know, that's the best way I describe it. The Babbage thing is going to end badly, but we're going to enjoy him while we have him. Not all about Barry. We can talk about anything on here, man. Anything. Mainly boxing. We try and keep it mainly boxing. You think we're no, not if there's money on the table. Aftermath on Jamie's channel, yes. Big up to Jamie. Big up to Punch Perfect every time. I should actually. I can't do it here, but I should actually give him. I need to give Jamie a wrench on this channel and make him a moderator, so he could even leave a link to his stream straight after. Because big up to Jamie every time. The man bought me a drink, so he bought me a drink. I'm good. I owe you. But no, no, we went up last year. Actually, that was a great trip over to London, actually, as well. The only problem was, right, Thursday, there was no tube. The tube strike was on. Oh, that really, and I didn't know that was happening, but that really screwed me. Like, really screwed me. Really screwed me. What's my day job, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, no, man, I don't mind. I honestly don't mind. So I work in trade and admin. So I do a lot of gift buying, doing like purchase orders and kind of stuff like that for a gift company, basically. So that'd be my day job. And that doesn't really sound interesting. It's not really. You're just doing a lot of like admin work, but I don't really mind any of that. I'd rather do that than what, like work in retail or something like that. Not no disrespect to anyone working in retail, but it's just not for me. Uh, Conlan will have to backwards. You see, you say that, but bear in mind we've got a lot of people from Belfast and Ireland coming over to this fight as well. So you know where they say the crowd can influence the judges, and certainly maybe the case in Scotland, it's going to be a lot more 50-50 in this fight. So I reckon it won't be. I reckon we'll be all right. Ade does deserve it. But Ade's put in the work. You know, I watched him back in the days with Ryan, and you know, it's kind of crazy to think that he's gone from that. And that's kind of where like Ade is kind of where I set my kind of target to, because I look at him and I just think I watched you with Ryan sitting on two chairs talking about boxing in. I think was it they were doing it in Ryan's was in Ryan's living room on the box talk days. Yeah, that's how far back I watched him. And I just think like you're actually interviewing these fighters ringside now on the zone. That is just when you think about it in that sense, that's crazy. And like it's not a quick turnaround. Like it had a years to get to this point. But he's like that is kind of Ade is always like my benchmark. You know, he's been there for me since the start, and I always look at him and I'm kind of like, okay, he is now where I want to be at some stage, whenever that may be. I don't know, but it's just crazy. And like I said, like when I look, because I still have box talk and as a sub, and I look back at like some of the old videos Ade and Ryan, they were great videos. I just think it's crazy. Like fast forward 7, 8 years. Well, it's probably shorter than that, but like 6, 7 years, and look where Ade is now. Anyone that's too slow, yeah, if you're slow against Canelo, you're kind of screwed. Or you need to be on point to beat Canelo. I'm just looking at this roster of fights. The Triple G Murata fight, I'm looking forward to. The Garcia fight, not so much. We have that McKinson versus Ortiz fight next week, which I'll be looking forward to. Ben versus Van Hayden. Ben versus Van Hayden. I can't even believe I'm saying that. And then obviously Taylor Serrano. And then it's not a bad schedule. It's obviously going to culminate in Canelo. Will crumble with the lowest of the WBA rankings. hmm Um, other YouTube channels. So Jamie, Ade, Hatman, Chris. Yes, I like Boxing Squared as well. Boxing Squared is my go-to guy for the heavyweights. Does great work. So I watch Blue Collar Sports. Watch Mark Unrivaled, Broken Nose. Watch a lot of boxing channels. I watch Ring IQ, Julius. Probably missing people love boxing TV. I watch a load, man. Like I mean, when I started like getting into watching boxing on YouTube, there was really only I remember the first I watched was Hatman, and I watched him pretty much exclusively for about a year. He was my go-to guy for boxing. And then I found Richard Dwyer, found Box Talk, and oh yeah, boxing gossip. I love boxing gossip. Like actually, Hatman, and then he started shouting out boxing gossip, and I thought, okay, there's other guys doing this. I remember watching his channel. I used to really like his videos. It's such a shame that he doesn't upload anymore. He stopped it, I think 2018 or something, 2019. And it's a real shame because Tom, I think his name was brilliant. I love watching his videos. I always took his boxing gossip podcast on the Wednesday. I used to listen to that. So it's a shame. I don't know. He obviously had his reasons for leaving, and whatever they were, I respect them. But I do miss him because he was one of. And the worst thing is, he got off YouTube just before I started. I would have loved to have collaborated with him at some stage. And he is going to work on the GGG fight. Jesus, that's crazy. He's going to get to go to Japan. That's a country I'd always love to visit. I don't know why. Just something about it. Just always said I'd love to visit that country. I believe the British Boxing Board of Control have allowed 12 fights per card. I'm not sure. Yeah, they had it limited at the middle of 2020 to I think 5 fights. It made no sense, and they obviously upped it to pretty much back to where we used to be. Yeah, yeah, I wasn't too surprised, mate. To be honest with you, even the Sam makes sense. A crossroads fight. Who wins? Oh, so I didn't even see the start of that. Right now, still. No, 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 no. I think Thurman would still win that fight now. You missed the tie-in from your list. You missed tie-in from your list. Oh, well, see, tie-in boot, right? I don't really watch him in terms of boxing punditry and stuff like that. He is more so my go-to for a laugh. if you know what I mean. Like I kind of that question to me was kind of more like who would be your main boxing kind of analysts, pundits, news kind of guys. So with Ty and Boo, it's more a case of I'm going to listen to him and I'm just going to laugh. I'm just going to listen to him and have a laugh. Yeah, I'm getting that as well. Like I'm getting plenty of it. The Zone app. See, that's why I kind of prefer doing these watch alongs with Sky because it's the TV's over there and it's a lot more. Even though have, well, I have Sky, but I don't notice the money leaving my account. I'll put it like that. Like I'm getting an error message on the Zone now. It's really slow. Doesn't help that I'm streaming. Doesn't help. But I was getting that in the Cody fight, and I was watching that in my bedroom with no stream. So yeah, the Zone app. I don't think the servers are fully there for the most part, anyway. Yeah, I think that's stupid. Absolutely stupid. It's just unnecessary. It's just and Ludabella is an idiot. Ludabella is a fucking idiot. He's saying that that's justified because of where Dimitri Bivol is from. Mate, seriously, go into a nursing home, retire if you think that that's legit. That's absolutely stupid. Absolutely stupid. That's just pathetic. Showbiz. I don't really watch Showbiz now. I know of them, but I've never really sat down and religiously watched them. I haven't seen the full thing. I haven't seen the full thing. And yeah, BDA was something I do. I do watch. I'm subscribed to BDA. I listen to their podcast. Well, YouTube recommended another G-Man channel. I thought, look, they'll play some video games too. Then it was. Did you actually think that was me? The speaker with an Aussie accent. I can't even do an Aussie accent. What happened to Wingy Boxing Wingy? He made a comeback, didn't he? I'm nearly sure. Was it the middle of last year? He was doing interviews again. Wingy Boxing Wingy. And Wingy used to have a YouTube channel. I remember him back in the day. Used to do this. Boxing gossip disappeared into the abyss, but opened the door for you. Yeah, literally, like he was one of the guys who actually kind of was like I was thinking, well, like I could do that as well. And I started not long after Boxing Gossip finished. Crazy when you think about it. But I missed Boxing Gossip. I missed him. He was good. He was a good analyst. He was. I didn't always agree with Boxing Gossip. Now I have to say there was plenty of times I listened to him and I used to think, what the hell are you talking about? Like, for example, I was always quite keen, even before he fought Gonzalez, Chocolatito, on Rumfasai. And I remember one video and I was really kind of like thinking, like, geez, do you even know what you're talking about? Where they announced the Chocolatito Rumfasai fight it's when they fought first time. And then Boxing Gossip was like, this guy's got a tear. He's going to get absolutely battered. He's no good. I'm like, have you seen the Quadras fight? Have you actually sat down and watched Rumfasai fight? He's a good fighter. And, obviously, and I think he was still quite dismissive of Rumfasai after that fight as well. Or maybe he was kind of, so there was times I didn't agree with him. I remember when Lee Selby was getting ready to fight Warrington in the build to that fight, he was real dismissive of Warrington. And I was like, look, Warrington, I didn't think he was as good as I didn't think he'd go on that run anyway. And I was like, look, Warrington is probably not the best fighter in the world, or certainly at his weight. But Lee Selby gets a bit too much praise. Yeah, he's a good boxer, but he's definitely not as good as a lot of people made him out to be. And I remember disagreeing with all of that, but most times I agree with what he said. Yeah, Harper won. That's good, G man. Good work from Nicaragua. Big up, Chocolatito country. Big up to you, Ricardo, man. Yeah, man. You know what? Just be crazy when people tell me like the country that they're from, and I'd be like, holy shit. Because I just assume, kind of, it's really weird. I just assume most guys who watch my videos are from kind of Ireland, America, or the UK. I never really think like, and the ironic thing is when I check the analytics, loads of them are from different countries, like countries all over the world. But I just always forget. I just always think that they're from specific, like, or they're all from the UK or somewhere like that. Yeah, thanks for that. How you doing? I thought you said how you doing there. Big up, G. Oh, you did. How you doing, bro? Yeah, man, I'm good. If the Zones app could work better, it would be a lot better. But we're getting the co-main, Queven. Pretty sure I'm saying his name right now. Salute to Dell, Blue Collar Sports TV, one of the best around. Him and Disturb Reality, two go-to channels. Stir reality is crazy, man. You don't want to do 200k on there, man. Have YouTube ever sent you that plaque? That's what I'd like to know. And Dale is one of my go-to channels for boxing as well. Definitely. Do a British accent. I can't really do a British accent, man. I'm no good at them. Do you ever listen to Boxing Asylum? Name doesn't ring a bell, mate, to be honest with you. Actually, yeah, Lara, that was crazy. Actually, I didn't even know Lara was on that card. They didn't really announce it until like probably the week of it, and I was like, "What?" I hope to God the winner of Warrington versus Kiko, Lara gets the winner. He deserves it. Would you watch Jake Paul? Seems it just won't go away. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Was hoping for the zone, but the UK shows I think it's been poor overall, not gone the way I hoped it would have gone. To be honest, yeah, yeah. Like I don't know. I mean, the whole the zone thing is yeah. They did a good show in Liverpool on that Fowler Smith card. That was a good show. That was a very good show. But for the most part, they've been very anticlimactic. You know, I gave them the benefit of some growing pains at the start, but the product is still quite poor. It is still quite poor, and I don't know. I'm just kind of I don't know. I'm not seeing any real improvement there, which is the kind of thing that's annoying me the most. Like, there's no real. You would expect to see. All right, the zone maybe is starting to get is a bit slow here, but we need to improve in here. We need to improve in here, and it's just not improving. In fact, it's regressing. And I've complained, and I don't want to keep talking about it, but I don't like the broadcast team. I think the broadcast team is absolutely terrible. It's garbage, and they won't change that. The cards are still quite lackluster. I have to say, the Akali card on Sunday just gone wasn't actually that bad. For all it wasn't actually that bad. Does Dale Chaz Edwards? You mean Charlie Edwards? Because I haven't heard Dale Edwards, to be honest with you. Yeah, man, we're getting some good results here in the building. If you could smash the like button, help your boy out. This gonna be a good fight. And here's an Irish fighter I have actually let kind of go under the radar a bit. Queevan's a very good fighter. Very good fighter. Looks very talented, very powerful, very big at the weight, quite athletic. This guy is going to be useful. This guy is going to be very, very useful. The guy he's fighting now, Rubio, he's only got one loss. Not a bad fighter. So I want to see him make a statement in this fight. He definitely has power. And that goes without saying. I definitely enjoy watching this fight. I'm UK living in Tokyo. Might be at the GGG fight. Man, if you could actually go to that, I would go to that. I'd always encourage anyone. If you could ever get to a big event, a big boxing event, go to it. Go to it. The event is just crazy. I'd always say though, be selfish and get the deer tickets. That's what I would always. That's one thing I'd always say. Be selfish and get the deer tickets. And big up to Queevan. What about Diamante and his miracle recovery from his from losing his lower half? Looks well. Yeah, I seen a thread on Twitter about that. I did see a thread on Twitter about that, and yeah, I mean, a spinal injury takes what, less than 3 months to recover? I've never heard of that. Is there a reason the undercard opponents have been South American this evening? Has Hearn done a deal or something? I haven't really noticed that, to be honest with you. It's not something I was paying attention to, but yeah, you're right, they have been. Argentinian. Where was the? I don't know where the last one was from. This guy's Mexican. Vasquez was Mexican. That's a good spot. I don't know. I'm not going to say that just in case it triggers algorithms. We've got the same referee at the Josh Taylor, Jack Cattrall fight, Michael Alexander. I don't want to trigger any algorithms, mate. But that conflict could potentially claim the lives of four of the very best fighters. It's not gonna. I like your man's color scheme. Yeah, yeah. Black and blue was always good. Black and blue was always good. How did Sandy Ryan look? She looked fine. Like She made mistakes, but it wasn't like she went in and was battered from pillar to post. She definitely wasn't battered from pillar to post. That's one thing I will say. But she made a hell of a lot of mistakes. See, what she was doing was she was trying to get in on exchange and trade, but she was just like she would trade, and her opponent would counter her, and the opponent was countering her with shots that were hard shots, and she was just staying in the pocket too long. She wasn't moving her head or anything like that. Yeah, that was funny. That was funny, man. That was bizarre. I always liked I liked it when Inoue was kind of fighting over there in Japan, and it was kind of like, when he'd win, they give him like trophies. It was really, it was weird to watch because you're not used to seeing it, but it was fun, like to see. You know what I mean? Like in that regard. It's interesting. I don't know. I'm sitting on the fence. I'd say if head to my hand, it probably will lose again, but could do good things in here. But man, I'm looking forward to this fight. Looking forward to this fight here, and let's see. Like I reckon that I'm probably about 20 to 25 seconds behind everyone else. Who's the best Irish boxer of all time? Jimmy McLaren or McLean. I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, but he was a fighter who fought in the 30s, best of all time, bar none, just the best. And Steve Collins is not even close. Oh, he beat Bentley, and I reckon he beat Dignam as well. Dignam's not that like Danny Dignam's alright, but I wouldn't put him in. I wouldn't put him like that high up. I mean, I've seen Danny Dignam get. He got beat in one of his early fights. He was dropped by, I forget the journeyman's name, but he's a known journeyman. And who was it? I forget who won that fight. Let's have a look. See, here we go. Round one. Round one. Let's have a go. Queen just coming out, looking to take center ring, popping the jab to the body. Rubio looks big, looks very big, looks very actually very sturdy at the waist as well. So this is a big guy. These are two big middleweights in here. And actually, in the sun, actually almost looks bigger than Queven as well. But Queven definitely like the color scheme he's got going there. Just looking to establish a jab, but got caught coming in there. This Rubio could be live. Like I said, he's only lost him one time. He's only lost him one time. We'll see how it goes. I think Queven looks to be like he is powerfully built. You can see he's the more powerfully built of the two. Just has to take a little step back, looking to find his range. Right hand goes through, looks to get some shots up on the ropes. Some good work there. Some good work there by Queven, albeit a bit sloppy. But some good work, was able to pin him back on the ropes. No real problem. Let's see. Both guys still just in the center of the ring, just keeping as is. There's nothing really major happening yet. I mean, the main thing of this first round was Queven just trying to, because his last name I'm going to struggle to pronounce. It's really, that's how bad I am with names. He's mainly just looking to establish the jab and just kind of almost get a spurt of energy in there. But oh, good shot, good little counter left hook. Good little counter hook. Didn't land specifically clean, but it's definitely getting Rubio's attention. And Rubio's game, he's trying to get his jab established, and Queven's looking for the counter. He missed a bit wildly there with the right hand, but you can see that's what his idea is. He's looking to counter. He's looking to counter, keeping that left hand down very low. When you keep the left hand down low, your opponent's always going to be thinking, because you can actually hook off that left hand. You can jab it to the body, you can hook off it, you can lead with the hook. That right hand looks to have an awful lot of power behind it when he throws it, even when he misses. It's missing a bit wildly there with the right hand. It's not found his range yet. So those right hands are not just missing, they're falling short. When the fighter's falling short with right hands and when they're falling short with jabs, that's how you know their timing isn't quite there. They've not quite got into the fight in terms of timing, especially when it's falling low. Looking again, gets the right hand through that time. Rubio takes it, didn't land exactly clean. But we know that that's the plan. He looks to be looking to set up a counter right hand, try to lead with the left hook there, didn't come to anything. It's a good first round. It's a good first round for Queven. Definitely. Keeping it long range, using this jab, trying to either counter with the right hand or come in, step in with the right hand. He is falling short with it though at times, and kind of a bit of a, looks like the heads came together there a bit, but a bit reckless there for Queven there, I have to say, going in. And his stance is slightly wider. So when your stance is slightly wider, stand slightly wider. So when you're standing slightly wider, you kind of tend to give your height down a little bit, but it does mean you're kind of more set to go in terms of countering. Did you rip your jeans in anger? No, no, they were already ripped before that. They were already ripped before that, mate. How was your trip to London? Was it work related? It was just purely to get away and just recharge the batteries. I met Chris Andre, I met Jamie. What else did I do? I done a few things over there. It was just purely just to get away. I hadn't had a proper break in ages. And no, man, I don't really pay attention to that kind of hidden boxing kind of thing. It's on the zone, man. It's on the zone. Both look massive in there. You think Richard Riakworth can win a world title before his time is up? Oh, I don't know. That's an interesting one. He is talented, but I do know. I don't know. That's a good question. I would say probably cruiserweight is normally stacked. He might get a shot, but winning. If he fought Makabu, maybe. Well, Makabu was still very good. We go into round two. I gave that first round to Queven. Just thought he just done enough to nick it. It was quite a low volume round, but you can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to counter. Now, he did do a nice little burst at the start of that first round where he was able to pin his opponent up against the ropes, but Rubio, his defense looks on point, certainly when he's getting pressured. Nice little right hand goes in there from Rubio, actually, as well. Queven falling short with the jab. But again, looking to keep this fight in the center of the ring. Not looking to be back footed, not looking to any of that. He's looking to stay in the center of the ring, work his jab. And from what I can gather, he's looking to jump in either with right hands or counter with right hands as Rubio comes in. Now, Rubio is, for Mexican, oh, right hand just misses. He's trying to box with Queven as well, which is normally what Mexicans you tend to see a bit more pressure style, but he's trying to be the boxer in here. There's no pressure from what I can see. But looking at the footwork of Rubio, the footwork of Rubio doesn't look, it looks very off. He looks almost off, he looks quite a bit off balance judging by his footwork. Whereas Cleveland's footwork just seems to be planted, his legs are a bit wider, looks firm, looks to have a nice little setup for the jab. As I said, he was falling short a bit in the first round. It's definitely not falling as much. But even to the way he's jumping in with shots, Rubio, his footwork it looks very bizarre. Very bizarre, it looks very off. I suspect he's quite off balance when he's coming in like that. When you're off balance, good shot to the body there from Cleveland. When you're off balance, it can make you look hurt when you're not hurt. You know, that sort of way. Like if you're kind of giving a shove or something like that, it can set you back a little bit. Whoa, right hand just misses over the top. Cleveland looks to just come straight back. You can tell that that's his main kind of target in this fight. He's looking to set up the right hand. Missed again there. Right hand went through. A minute to go in the second round. If anyone's ahead of me, which probably are, please don't tell me if anything's happening because this zone app is absolutely crap. But let's see. Again, misses with a right hand, looking to get that right hand in with a counter. Again, quite low volume. Jab to the body. If I was him, I'd be looking to maybe set that right hand up to the body. If you're struggling and falling short with the head, maybe Rubio's moving his head back. Maybe just kind of feint to the head and just throw that straight right to the body. Look to have a lot of power on it. And maybe again falling short again with the right hand. You can clearly tell that that's what Queven's looking to do. He's looking to set up that big straight right hand. But whether it's the defense of Rubio, which it looks leaky enough, or whether it's just the sheer time and is not quite there, Queven, I think it's a bit of both. But again, nice second round. Again, misses with the right hand, but looks well in control as we go and finish that round. Big up the G-Man boxing. Any flip-floppers in the house, I'm going Conlan on points. And big up to John and Kai. I love boxing TV every time. One of the other channels I watch. I am still sticking with Leigh Wood. Big up to Adam. Who you got, G-Man? Conlan on points for you. Man, I'm the opposite. I've got Leigh Wood still on points, late stoppage. Never said that is man, think of all the fat chicks you bring over. How impressed they'd be if they saw that plaque. You could just turn around and say, I'm a big deal, but you're still bigger. Anyone have a link? Not in this, man. It's just a watch along. Anyone been told that fight with? Sorry, had anyone been told that he had a fight secured with Chris Smith was a lie? As far as I was aware, it was happening on the Ben and the was happening on the Ben and Van Hayden undercard. Interesting start from Rubio in this round. And by the way, if this stream goes blank at some stage, it's because StreamYard is acting up again. I don't know what it is. It's such a dodgy app. It just keeps booting the host from the stream sometimes. It only does it on the phone, doesn't do it on the laptop. But if it does, be patient. Whoa! Just a bit off balance there from Queven there. As a shot went in from Rubio. I actually thought he was more hurt there. I thought he was hurt there and was backtracking, but it just looked like he was off balance. Now there's something that Queven's doing. He's actually fainting a bit now in this. Oh, right hand went in there from Rubio. Queven looked a bit bothered by that. Interesting. Didn't look particularly hurt, but he's got his attention now. He's got his attention now. It's very rare you see a Mexican fighter like this with, doing long range boxing. It's quite rare. And normally, like I've seen even fighters in Mexico, probably similar like this, bigger, with the same attributes. It's all about just pressure, pressure, pressure. Margarito style, walk him down, walk the man down and get him out of there. Walk through hellfire and brimstone if you have to. But this is interesting. Rubio definitely doing some better work in this round. Queven again. I wonder if that reach is bothering him. It does look like it. Because he's definitely struggling to get his shots off, but he's struggling with his timing. He's falling short with a lot of his shots. Something that maybe he's not dealt with in the past, and maybe now he's feeling it. You would think that this would be set up in sparring again. Misses with the right hand. Takes a little kind of half jab hook in retaliation. It's nothing major. But all the Irish fighters have won so far. So if one's going to lose, I'm sure that's what he should do. Good right hand to the body. Because if you do that, if you're missing with the head, the body's not moving anywhere. So that was good work from Queven there. Just throw that big hard right hand to the body. He's doing it again. He's going down to the body, go downstairs. Which is what you should be doing from the start, from the get-go. If you're having trouble landing it to the head, go down to the body. The body's not moving. Much bigger target to hit, much easier target to hit, and it will pay dividends later on in this fight. It's a 10-rounder. Rubio just misses. I think Queven's getting his defense a little bit better now. He took a right hand at the start of this round. Don't be taking too many of them. So again, keeping this fight mainly center ring, falling short again with the right hand. Double jab there from Ajahu. Let's see, pronounce it. Ajako. Queven Ajako. As the end of the third round completes. He's not one for getting these guys out spectacularly early. Most of his stoppages come in kind of like 4 to 5 rounds. Missing wildly with an uppercut there. That could have been. He got lucky with that. Missed wildly with an uppercut there. Not an expert because Cum is always drinking 18 away. McCarthy's okay. He's okay. Why can you hook with a hooker but can't jab with a jabber? It's the other way around. So you can jab with a jabber, but if you hook with a hooker, their hooks are normally crisper. They're normally thrown a lot more shorter. They can get away with shorter hooks. They probably have a bit more power on it, more accurate, they're more fast, more often than not. It's just more developed. So the old adage is you can jab with a jabber, but you can't hook with a hooker. So like, for example, like Vladimir Klitschko, great jab. Someone like Deontay Wilder, I would be saying if they ever fought, I would have been saying, you sure jab. You've actually probably got the longer arm, so there's no reason why you can't jab with him. Eubank can face, Cash can beat Zach Parker. Yeah, I definitely would. Oh, that was a good one. Favorite Irish fighter? Right now, Jesus. Probably Paddy Donovan, because he is entertaining to watch. And actually, Queven's been out jabbed by Rubio in this fight as the right hand goes in just there. It's interesting stats they're showing here. 71 for Rubio, 8 jabs landed. 52 for Queven, only 4 landed. Very inaccurate with the jabs in this fight. For all the jabs that are being thrown, very inaccurate. They seem to be just throwing them out there just for the sake of it. Maybe as a rangefinder, but there's no real authority in any of them either. Both these guys are happy to just take center ring, just keep it as a boxing match. Right hand just goes over the top there from Rubio. And they're just happy to keep this just as a pure boxing match. There's not really anything else there now. Right hand to the body goes in from Rubio again. I think for the first 2 rounds he wasn't doing much. He's starting to come into this a little bit more now. I mean, that third round was a much better round for him. And he's flicking that jab out a lot more. But what Queven is doing now here is he's trying to cut the ring off. So he's at one stage he had this in the center of the ring. He's using his footwork quite well to back him up against the ropes. That's a good way to cut the ring off. So he's making the ring smaller. There's a right hand over the top that's just missed by Queven. And again, it's backing Rubio up against the ropes. I think this is what he needs to do. He'll get a lot more from it. Just left hook went in there. No real power behind it. Rubio takes that, no problem. Misses with a left hook, blocked. Now this, I think, is a better strategy for Queven as opposed to, right hand goes in there, as opposed to keeping this in center ring and looking to counter. I don't think that was a good idea. I think that was kind of, you weren't having, the range wasn't there. When he's doing this, he's doing it well, cutting the ring off well, good right hand to the body. I looked like a right hand was going to go in there in retaliation. Need to see some more body shots. I always advocate body shots for these fighters, especially if you're struggling to land to the head, which Queven now seems to be finding the range because the right hand went in there, really putting on. Very good round for him now in this round, round 4. Changing up a bit, wasn't center ring, now he's moving it. Now he's using his footwork very well to make Rubio move. And what he's doing here with his footwork, he's not doing that, but I'm just watching this as it goes in. What he's doing with his footwork is he's making Rubio think. He's making him move back and feint, all the while exerting energy. While all he's doing is just moving forward. And he's not worried about it and it's going back. So this is very good work from Queven. Very good work, very impressed. Has him backed up in the corner now. Misses with the right hand. Left hook went in there. It didn't really bother him, to be honest with you. Didn't really bother Rubio too much. Thought maybe he looked a bit more hurt than he was. And now we're back in center ring, which is really more where Rubio wants this, even though Queven's been having success there. Good right hand. That looked like it stunned him. Excellent right hand from Queven. Goes in again. Tough guy. Good chin. Good chin this Rubio guy has, but definitely good round for Queven. Well done. Yes, G-Man, big up. Hit the like, guys. Thank you. And appreciate the super chat. Didn't do it that time. Thank you so much for the super chat, mate. Appreciate that. Yeah, London really that was a great right hand. But London really took it out with me in terms of that. It really did. I didn't realise how far from central London Hyde Park was. It was miles away. Big up to Daz Pierce. That one didn't show up, but thank you. That was a great right hand that Queven landed at the end of the round. Damn. Tough guy. Ben Davison needs a win more, I think. I think Ben Davison needs a win more. I think that it was shut a lot of people up who were saying boxer size Ben, especially if it's with Leigh Wood. I mean, like, Ben Davison can get a win with Billy Joe Saunders. He can get a win with Tyson Fury, established fighters. Getting a win with Leigh Wood is someone who took from British level to world level. And you can always say that, right hand goes in from Rubio. We start the 5th round here. That last round couldn't have gone any worse for Rubio, apart from him getting dropped, which he wasn't. But Queven definitely is finding his range. He's got a lot more consistent with the right hand. That's a very powerful punch. And he couldn't have really landed it any cleaner than he did in that 4th round when he had Rubio up against the ropes. Took them shots, no problem, but I'm sure he definitely felt them at the same time. So I think with Queven, what he needs to do, this fight is now currently in center ring. But he's doing, he walked into a bit of a right hand there. He needs to be careful about that. Don't just assume because the guy is not really thrown back that he can't hit you. He definitely can. He was doing great work being able to just get this guy backed up, cut the ring off, straight right hand goes in there again from Queven. Now he's fighting his range with that right hand. What he needs to do is keep what he was doing in the 4th round. Use your legs, cut the ring off. This guy Rubio's footwork is absolutely abysmal. Looks very poor. Looks to be constantly off balance. Although he keeps Queven off balance there with a jab, using his range. Queven falling short with the left hook. And he didn't. Right hand goes in again, left hook. Gets Rubio backed up near the ropes again. Another right hand goes in, Queven just misses with the left hook. He is looking for whatever open and misses with an uppercut. Be very careful with that uppercut. I always want to set that uppercut up. Don't just go boring in with it. Especially like the way he's throwing it. He's throwing it with real bad intention, real authority. You don't want to do it. Don't just go boring in with it. Take your time. But again, backing his opponent up very well. Misses with the right hand. A bit too wild with it. you know. But that is the main thing he's looking to do. He's looking to get that set up, throws it again, hits the gloves, and back into center ring. I'd be very surprised if this goes the full 10 rounds. Very surprised. Don't think we're getting the 10 rounder. I think we're getting the stoppage sooner or later. I think Cleveland is finding his range, gets the guy back up again, the ropes again. This is where he's having most of his success. Right hand blocked. And blocked again. Still looking very right hand heavy. Looking to set up good right hand, backs him up again the ropes, lands on the side of the temple. Rubio takes it. Backed up again the corner. Misses wildly there with the left hook. That was very poor from Cleveland. What was he trying to hit there? Was he trying to hit the referee or was he trying to hit the opponent? Again, jumping in with shots here. You can get away with that against the level of guy like this, jumping in with shots like that, but you want to be a lot more defensively cognizant moving up the levels. If he wants to move it up the levels, don't jump in with right hands. And I mean physically jump, good left hook to the body. He'll feel that. Another good right, straight right to the body. Again, keep it down there. Go to the body if you need to be. You're keeping your opponent. Your opponent's off balance, so those shots look even better when you see it like that. Right hand goes through, partially lands on Rubio. He would have felt the end of the 5th round. I think we're getting the grips of Ben Shalom. Yeah, Ben Shalom, he's growing on me. He's growing on me. Yes, please do hit the like button. 119 in the building. And Joe McCallum, thank you for the £2. Like that, the London kitty that absolutely destroyed me in terms of spending is coming back in this stream. Thank God for that. How many Carls does it take? I'd say it would take a fair few, mate. A fair few. That's what I said. At least two. At least two. And the rest. Am I showing the fight? It's a watch along of the fight, mate. So we don't show the footage. It's just purely watch along, live reaction, that kind of stuff. If I showed any footage of the fight, it'll have consequences with the YouTube channel. Big ones. And I don't want to get a copyright. So it's just a watch along, reaction, stuff like that. And a bit of commentary as well. Round 6. Let's have a go. Let's have a look. See. So I think if I was a betting man, lads, I'd be saying maybe not this round, maybe round 7 or 8, we could be getting the stoppage. I would say around 7 or 8. Because Cleveland's definitely warming into the fight now. Rubio is getting a bit more reckless. Definitely getting a bit more reckless. The defense is getting a bit more leaky. Cleveland's getting a few more shots through. He's starting to kind of have a bit more swagger. Like there, you see him. He's up on his toes. Bouncing around the ring, popping a jab out. He's found his range. He's comfy in there. And he seems to be enjoying himself. He's backing his opponent up, which is something that he wasn't able to do early on. Rubio was able to actually he was out jabbing Cleveland at the start of this fight. So Cleveland again doing what I like to see. That's a great way. He's doing it. He's backing his opponent up. He's cutting the ring off. Right hand just misses, but he's not exerting any energy. And that's actually a veteran move. You see a lot of vet fighters are able to do it. Like Kiko Martinez is actually very good at doing that, making you work and backing you up, but he's not actually doing anything. He's just making you exert the energy and making you overextend and making you overthink things. Cleveland's doing this here to Rubio, and you can see he's getting a bit uncomfortable because the mouth's opened. So he's feeling the pace that he's setting, whereas Cleveland is just keeping it as is, looking for counters, has him backed up again in his own corner now, misses with a right hand, Rubio gets out of the way, but then it's on the exact other end of the corner. Cleveland has him back up there, left hook goes in. Wasn't a big shot, but Rubio would have still felt it nevertheless. Good head movement there from Cleveland. Was hit with a few right hands earlier, but now he's got his head moving on point. Still missed. Grazing shot goes in there, nothing major. Wouldn't really affected it too much. And that's opponent backed up again. But he needs to be careful. Worry about your own defense. Good left hand went in there. Not too much power behind it, just snap the head back. Yeah, Conlan fight is next, for anyone wondering. That's the next fight after this. So it depends how long this fight takes. Hopefully it's not too much longer. We get into this fight pretty early. Yeah, Michael Alexander is refereeing this. The guy who refereed Taylor Catchway. He's had precious little to do. It's been a lot cleaner fight than that. And Cleveland just takes a little shot as he just tries to land. Misses again with the left hook. The left hook went in there, but again, not massive amount of pop on them. So his opponent wouldn't really feel it that bad. I think we come to the end of round 6. And yeah, it's the end of the 6th round. Right hand to the body to end it. What happened to Haymaker Promotions? Yeah, that was actually interesting, wasn't it? It was 2017 was when he started. Well, he had it for a while, but he started doing shows on Dave with Joe Joyce after. Well, when he came back, he was fighting on Dave, but it just seemed to just go. I think obviously the Dave contract ended, and then David Hayes stable. They all went to Frank Warren. You know, Joe Joyce went to Frank Warren. Willie Hutchinson went to Frank Warren. I think he one or two other guys as well. They all went to Frank Warren, which is a shame because I like seeing alternatives. You know, as far as I'm concerned, you have the more opportunity, the better. Big time promoters now. And if Hay could have done something with Dave, if he could have got more fighters, if he could have got more airtime, it would have been good for up and coming boxers. You see, that's why I'm glad to see like place like Pro Bellum get like deals with Eurosport and stuff like that. We need that. We need to see these guys, these other promoters, big time promoters and companies like that, get on TV for network. So it gives a lot of these fighters other fighters platforms. At one stage it was Box Nation and Sky. That was it. That was it. If you weren't a Frank Queensbury fighter, you were kind of screwed in that regard because Hennessy wasn't doing much. So I'm just looking, we're 30 seconds in to round number 7. And Queven, whoa, swinging and miss wildly there. He's really trying to load up on that, but he looked very ragged with those shots. Very ragged. Was swinging and missing wildly. I think in some regard, if I have a critique about him, he's forcing these big shots. He's very much forcing these big shots in this fight. You see, I think in the first round, he was looking to set these shots up. Right hand just misses there. He was looking to set these shots up. When he was looking to do it, he was falling short. Now he's had a bit of success, and now I think he's just thinking I can go in and like just throw anything and try and get a stoppage. Problem is, he's missing a lot of these shots, and he's missing spectacularly with some of these shots. And Rubio is still there. He's still alive. He's not doing an awful lot, but he's still alive. Good right hand goes in there, even there. Another one goes in there. Now he's getting some success. Now he's warming into it. Just misses with a right hand, was off balance there. Was just pushed back a bit. Nothing major, wasn't hurt or anything like that, but just pushed back a bit. Another right hand goes in from Queven. Lands very good there. Back in center ring. Rubio has to cope with some answers because he's getting hit with right hands almost at will now at this stage. Another right hand just misses, just falls short. Queven definitely has been enjoying himself. Looks to be in the southpaw stance now at this stage. Looks to be switching it up. Trying at it, and Rubio, little kind of flurry, comes to nothing. Tables a third. Now Queven's the one backtracking up again the ropes. Misses very wildly there with a straight left. Nice little body shot goes in. And he's still jabbing. He is still comfy as hell in there. Although he's looking to set these shots up, he still looks extremely comfy. Extremely comfy in there. The more I think, I thought at one stage you might see a stoppage. I'm thinking now we might be going the long haul. Might be going to 10 rounds. The only round I've given to Rubio is the 3rd round. He won the 3rd round in my opinion. Every other, Smith with the left hook took a little right hand for his troubles. And again, looking too much, looking too hard to set up the big shots. And they're not going to land. If you're just looking to just constantly set these big shots up, you're going to be missing an awful lot. And that's exactly what he's doing. Rubio was able to counter a little bit, major, but still, nevertheless, he was able to counter. As we come to the end of the 7th round, and Queven just literally in the corner, just bouncing up again. There we go. End of 7th round. And we go back to the chat. Probellum linking up with Eurosport was a great move. Correct me if I'm wrong. The zone we're looking at BT, were they also looking at Eurosport, or was that Frank Warren? So Mick Conlan in the changing rooms, on the pads, wearing the Irish attire. It is Paddy's Day this week as well. It is Paddy's Day this week. So obviously he has the Irish flag on his gloves and on his shorts. And he's using fly gloves, which is very interesting because fly gloves have been kind of almost going out of fashion because WBC announced that they won't be sanctioning fights with fly gloves anymore, which is bizarre because now gloves do change. So they sometimes the make of the glove, I run out my cranberry juice. So as the make of the glove will change, but fly gloves were always very soft gloves. They were never puncher's gloves. I gotta hang on to that for the rest of this card. As we go into round number 8. Good right hand goes in there. Very good right hand. He's finding that when he lets that right hand just go naturally, and he's looking to just counter. Now he's getting a lot more. Now he's getting a lot more. But when he's looking to just go boring in and just throw them recklessly, that's when he's looking a bit sloppy. And see, sometimes what you're doing with that is you're actually giving the the fighter's not even looking to close the distance. He can just do that because you're doing it himself. But yeah, oh, right hand goes in, doesn't land as flush as maybe he would have liked, but still, good at the shot nonetheless. Just want to charge this. I charger plugged in there, now it's plugged in here. It's not bit of a lull in the action now in the 8th round. A minute and 30 to go. Minute 30 to go in this round. I think we're even just looking to. I think he's looking to go more down the counter punch right there. Good right hand goes in there. And Rubio falling short with a lot of these shots now. Right hand just misses over the top from Queven. Not really on it either. But if I had some critiques to take from this fight, I would say looking for the big shots too much. When he's letting it flow, and again here looking for the big shots and they're going nowhere. Looking for the big shots too much. Whoa, there's a right hand that goes in. That's a big right hand that goes in from Queven there. Rubio doing well, but he felt that. Doesn't look devastatingly hurt, but he definitely felt them right hands that went in. Needs to be careful then when he's setting these shots up. Doesn't need to just go recklessly. Rubio looking to tie up. Feeling it now. They go into a clinch, and Marcus Alexander breaks them up. But definitely, as I said, don't go just looking to throw these shots with reckless abandonment. Yes, he's hurt, but he's not devastatingly hurt. But the right side of his face will tell a different story. It's bashed up. It's starting to close the right eye from the looks of things anyway. Queven needs to be smart and sensible, which it looks like he's being. Looking to just throw the jab to the body and just make his move when the time is right. Rubio looks to have regained his composure, boxing back behind the jab as they're in center ring as we come to the end of the 8th round. But definitely a big round for Queven. Landed some good shots, misses again with a right hand, just threw it a little bit too far right. But landed a little right hand there at the end of the round. Great 8th round. Great 8th round. The guy who wrote the fields, oh, did he? I love that song. That's a legend song. They always play that. Not anymore, mate. Not anymore. But I don't know. One of my friends actually during the week was asking me would I go back to the boxing gym with him. I doubt it very much that I will. To be honest with you, I think that day is gone. That cranberry juice, yeah. That's it. I got that today because I knew I was doing a watch along, so I went Dunn Stores, Dunn Stores, and got that cranberry juice. So Eurosport and BT shows, man, that's a good move. I wonder would Steve Holsworth be commentating because he's a Eurosport commentator boxing. He is brilliant. He is so funny. That was a good right hand. Got flagged for being too hurtful. Really? That's weird because they're very soft. I would have thought they wouldn't be doing that much damage. Big up to John in New Zealand. And fly gloves are brilliant gloves. They really are. Yeah, they're ridiculously comfortable. I've got to recommend someone fly gloves any day. I've got 2 pairs of them. I've got the high quality and I have the X's. And the X's are even better. It's weird. You think they wouldn't be as good. They're actually cheaper and better. You don't have as much of a design with the X as you do with the normal ones, but the normal ones are like 400 quid, like extortionately dear. And I haven't used them in about 3 years. They're Velcro as well. I don't like Velcro. And the X's, I got the lace up X's. They're much better. But yeah, a pair of Everlast as well. Everlast MX gloves are actually quite comfy as well. They do get a bit tight around the thumb. That's one thing I'll say about them. You get into talk about boxing gloves. I want to talk about this fight that's going on. Yeah, Rubio's face is starting to get a bit worse for wear, but he's still game. He's still throwing shots. He's still coming at even in this round. He's still looking for somewhat of a moral victory because he's been losing pretty much most of this fight. Like the only round I gave him so far is the third round, and even that was kind of he outworked him in that round. To be fair, but whoa, good straight right hand goes in there, but nothing really on it. But Rubio's face, that face is marked up. He'll be sore tomorrow. Look, there's blood coming from the nose as well. Good left hook goes in from Quaven. The first one I think I've seen him land this fight. Very inaccurate with the left hook. Isn't there thing? Very inaccurate with the left hook. Been throwing it, but not landing it. Rubio still looking to fight back. Still looking to gain some moral semblance of victory from this fight. Good right hand goes in from Quaven. Again lands with the right hand. Finding a home for it. Again, just grazes, but nevertheless, he's still getting close with it. Need to be a bit careful. Heads came a bit close together there. Shot to the body. Left hook misses over the top. Takes him back to the center ring, but he is getting more and more accurate. He's warming into this. He's getting more and more closer. With a minute to go in the 9th round and the 10th round, a stoppage. Unlikely, I would say, at this point, but you never know. You never know. This Rubio guy seems tough. To his credit, he seems quite a tough soldier. He seems to just keep wanting to keep coming, and he doesn't want to know. In terms of getting hurt and getting dropped, getting stopped, this thing seems to be the last on his mind. Seems to be just try and get back in the center of the ring and try and do something with your long reach. That's the main thing I'm seeing. And Quaven, good head movement there, using that to get in. I think he's kind of almost resigned himself to the fact that this is going 10 rounds. Because he's not really looking to throw, he's just looking to back his opponent up. Good shot went in there as well. As we come to the end of the 9th round. Whoa, that was a swing and a miss from Quaven if ever I seen one. But just gets back on his bike, throwing it that jab as we come to the end of round number 9. So this looks to be a 10 rounder, a solid 10 rounds. It's time for the main event. Yeah, I would imagine that they'll get this main event started pretty quick. They will get this main event started. What time is it? So what time are we actually at? 20 past 10. Jesus, 20 past 10. I'd say they'll get this main event going probably just before 22:11. Probably just before 22:11, they'll get this main event going. That's what I reckon. Get yourself on a YouTube undercard. Never, man. Never. If I ever went back to the gym, it would just be to do a bit of sparring. Wouldn't be to compete or anything like that. It would literally just be to do a bit of sparring. I do miss, that's the one thing I miss. I miss sparring. It's always good fun. We go into the 10th final round. It's been a good performance from Quaven, I have to say. You know, a few little things I would critique. He does look fresh. He's definitely someone, you can just tell by him. He leaves no stone unturned. Very impressed I've been with him. I think when was the first time I seen him? But he's one of the fighters. He looks very useful. Very useful. Very composed. I like the confidence. He's got a swagger about him. A few little things, as I said, that little nitpicks just to improve moving forward. But definitely I've been impressed with him, what I've shown in this fight. You know, little nitpicks about throwing the shots, looked a bit reckless at times, but as I said, for the most part, looks very good. If he can get a stoppage in the 10th round, whoa, swing and a miss there. But if he can get a stoppage in the 10th round, all the better. All the better. And again, Rubio's face. The other thing is Rubio's face is marked up. Quaven hasn't even a scratch on him. Now, he's not really been hit much in this fight. In 10 rounds, he's not been hit too clean. And the shots he has been hit with, they haven't had much on him. They haven't had much bite on him. So he's been able to take them reasonably okay. Reasonably okay. And again, backing Rubio up. Little check left hook lands in there. Nice little sneaky shot went in. Right hand again, throws in. Looking to try and set it up. He still wants to get this shot in. He still wants to get this stoppage in. He's got little under 90 seconds left hook lands for Quaven. There's a little under 90 seconds left to get this shot in. It doesn't look like it. They're in a little clinch. Quick break. Very few clinches in this fight. Very few. Absolutely very few clinches in this fight. And again, has his opponent up against the ropes. Has Rubio there. Looking to land a shot. We're into the last minute of this fight. So it looks like we're going the full 12 or 10 rounds, I should say. The next fight's 12 rounds. If we go 12 rounds in that, then I should have bought 2 bottles of cranberry juice if we go 12 rounds in that. Little shots go in there from Queven, but it looks to me like he is happy to just get this fight over and out. And he is going to see this fight through. Little jab lands in there. His jab actually looks quite good. He was, as I said earlier on in this fight, he was falling short a good bit with it. But for the most part, the jab's been pretty much on point. So he moves on. Do you know who I'd like to see him in there with? I wouldn't mind seeing him in there with the guy Felix Cash just fought. Was he Russian? That'd be a good little step up. That'd be a good little, we could gauge kind of where he's at in terms of levels. We could gauge where he's at in terms of levels. And we are in the dying seconds of this, and he little just moves the head, arm on the rope, into the corner, and there we go. 10 rounds in the bank, and he is going to win that by a country mile. Only gave the opponent Rubio 1 round. 134 in the building, 61 likes. If he's could, lads and lasses, smash the like button, help your boy out. Just means the channel gets more recommendations, means you get more people locked in, means I can bring you more content. I might swap it up and drink this until the main event starts. Just believe me, when you're talking so much, you really do need to bring something. You need to bring the water, you need to bring the cranberry juice, you need to bring everything pretty much. Now, where we go? I missed some chats here. I missed a few. I don't think he can get down to 154, mate. I'd be very surprised if I can get down to 154. Is it only on the zone? As far as I know, it's only on the zone, yeah. Unless, like, in other countries, because I know in Ireland and the UK, you're only getting this fight on the zone. You're not getting it anywhere else. What's your quick breakdown for the main event? Quick breakdown for the main event is I can see Leigh Wood looking to counterpunch Michael Conlan and come with shots from awkward angles. I can see Michael Conlan probably outboxing Leigh Wood early on with his speed, with his reflexes, and with his just basically superior boxing ability. He is probably the better boxer, but he is the better boxer technically. But Conlan, I think, will slow down. I think Leigh Wood will start countering him. I think Leigh Wood's going to go to Mike Conlan's body because he doesn't particularly like it to the body. And I think that's pretty much going to be the main thing. I suspect Leigh Wood will win. If I'm wrong, so be it. Who do you think is winning? I think Leigh Wood's going to win. Leigh Wood. When is the main event? It's next, so it shouldn't be too long. I reckon, probably because this fight went on long, I reckon no more than 10 minutes. No more than 10 minutes, I'd say. 10 minutes from now. If they're announcing the decision, they'll go to Lord of Wood, they'll go to Ade, and then I reckon they will get this main event started. So I would say 10-15 minutes. I can't give any out here, but if you go on Google, and there's a website, I'm not going to put it in the chat, but I'll spell it for you. It is called Release SKY. They show a lot of sports, so they would have that. They would definitely have that, and they're actually quite good. So it's just literally Release SKY. That's the name of it, Release SKY. And you should be good to go with that. That's one of the ones I would routinely, if I'm not doing a watch along, it's one of the ones I would routinely go for. In the sports bottle, no, man, it's legit. It's definitely, if it was vodka in it, I'd be slurring because I told Chris Andre last week I'm a bloody lightweight and I'm a crap drinker. So if there was vodka in it, you'd know all about it. I wouldn't be able to speak. Simple as. Not really, mate, to be honest with you. I've tried to get into MMA, UFC, stuff like that, but it just never really. Uh, Maybe I never gave it much of a go, but it never resonated with me like boxing did. Oh, really? Two people scored it? I found one round to give to him. One round. Earn cards off and have a quick turnaround. Yeah, you see, the only time you don't see a quick turnaround is, we'll say, if the main event is coming up next and you've had early knockout, early knockout, early knockout. Then they tend to drag it on because I think they want them out by a specific time. But if you've had a couple of fights go late, like you had the last two fights, thank God I didn't cover the first one, but you had the last two fights go to distance. So chances are they're going to look to get this main event started ASAP. ASAP. So I wouldn't imagine we'll be waiting too long. I'd say no more than 10 minutes. Probably no more than 10 minutes for this fight. But going back to that one, um, I've watched plenty of UFC in my time. Some of the main cards, like a few McGregor's cards. Used to watch Ronda Rousey back in the day, John Jones, DC, Stipe. Who else? Khabib, obviously. I watched him. I need to give me 2 secs because this is gonna do. All right, there we go. Yeah, no, I knew that was gonna happen, so I said I'm not gonna let it boot us. I'm thinking ahead of the game, and I'm just gonna refresh it. So yeah, in terms of that question you asked just there, yeah, like I've watched plenty of UFC, but I've never really, like, with certain sports, right? They kind of, if I watch them a couple, I really do tend to, I really do tend to just kind of catch on to it instantly. And UFC was never one of them sports where I was able to watch it and just immediately catch on to it. Like, I respect the athletes who do it. I think it's a very hard sport to be in, very hard, but it's never one that it just hasn't. I don't know. It just hasn't taken me in like boxing has. Very few sports do, Nate. To be honest with you. And yeah, I reckon, honest to God, like they're showing a trailer for football here, and I reckon we'll probably get the main event soon enough. Like literally, it's probably going to be around the corner. Conlan on points. Yeah. No, I'm going. A lot of people are saying that. A lot of people are saying that, but no, I'm reckoning Leigh Wood. I'm sticking by my guns. I'm going Leigh Wood. Would you take a job as an interviewer? Uh, would you take a job as an interviewer? Some of these bigger channels like Box and Social, etc. I don't know. I know obviously Box and Social and Rob Tebert are not working together anymore. Rob's gone his separate way. He's doing his own thing. Um, would I take a job? I don't know. I mean, I'd think about it. Yeah, certainly. I don't know. Maybe. I don't really like interviewing fighters is something that like I do, but I don't do it that much. So I don't know. No, we have to see. We have to see. Maybe. I don't know if it would be something I would do, to be honest with you. I'd have to see. I've never been offered a job with Boxing Social or IFL or anyone like that, so I'll have to wait and see. Hope Conlan wins. What's your thought on his low punches? He needs to clean that up. He's led away with it in Belfast. He's not going to get led away with it here. So he needs to be careful of that. Like, I mean, that guy, was it the French guy? He literally stopped him on low blows. So that was literally a stoppage on low blows. So he needs to be very careful of that because he has been reckless in the past with them. And I'm telling you now, if he does it in this fight, and if he keeps doing it in this fight, yes, there's Belfast people there as well, but it's going to be primarily Leigh Wood fans. So they will get on the referee's back, they'll get on Conlan's back, and he's just not going to be able to get away with it. And bear in mind, Conlan is a Bob Arum fighter. He's not a Hearn fighter. Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum, there's beef there. So Hearn is going to be hoping, and Hearn, to be fair, doesn't have a great record against Bob Arum in terms of when them fighters meet. I mean, Lomachenko beat Campbell. Who else? There's been a few. I can't think of it, but there have been good few instances. I mean, Quigg beat, or not Quigg, that guy. Valdez beat Quigg. There's been a few. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head, but there's been a good few instances. And yeah, Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn, when they've done business together, when it's been top rank versus matchroom, Hearn's record, because the fight's literally getting ready to start now. They're literally going to get the ring walks done now in a few minutes. Hooker Ramirez, yeah, that's another one. There's been a good few. There's been a good few. And, Bob Arum, even to Golden Boy. Like when Golden Boy and Matchroom have done shows together, like, I suppose that doesn't count. I was going to say, like, you could probably say, like, Canelo, because that was a Golden Boy card when he fought Smith. Who else did they do? I think Golden Boy and Hearn have done cards together. See, with Hearn stable now, it's a lot more people who will make money, who will generate money, as opposed to being actual world beaters. Sort of like Woods by split decision could happen. I genuinely think that picture is real. A lot of people are saying it's not real. The first one didn't look real, but when I seen the second one of him in that glove shop, that looked legit. Like so, and that's his whole body. So I'd say it probably is legit. I'd say it probably is. And Billy Joe's done that in the past anyway. Yeah, it was that French guy. Forget it. And the worst part was like that guy was blown out in what 2 rounds by Josh Warrington. Went nearly 10 rounds with yeah, went nearly 10 rounds with Conlan. Conlan never dented him. It was the low blows that did it. Okay, both guys are in the changing rooms, but it's next. So it's next, people. It's next. Hearn's really gone down that road. He really has. F1 2022 Bahrain race coming up. Yeah, looking forward to it, mate. It's next week. Next week. Judging by testing, you got to make Max Verstappen favourite. Judging by how winter testing's gone, Verstappen's got to be firm favourite. That Red Bull looks good. You've Adrian Newey designing it. I mean, that guy, like realistically, right, from 2017 to 2021, Red Bull would have won more races with a better engine. That car was probably better aerodynamically than Mercedes, but they just had a Renault engine, which was crap. And then an underpowered Honda engine for the first year. Once they got their act together with Honda, they, as you say, and I think they're good to go now. And yeah, Verstappen should win that race. He'd be my pick for the championship this year. Definitely. The judges overcompensate by giving the away fight. I don't know. That could happen. Yeah, potentially. But it's crazy, isn't it? You just want to see the right man win, as if that's such a hard kind of ask for the right guy to win, and for the right guy to win fairly. I mean, Frampton. I didn't see the fight last night, but Frampton was saying that there was a really weird scorecard where, like, yeah, the right fighter did win, but it was like really like the scorecards were way closer, way closer. Ah, man, appreciate that. 145 in the chat. Can we make it 100 likes, people? There's 154 now. If you could just take a second and smash the like button, it does help the boy out. And the £5 helps out even more, Nick. You don't know. I mean, I really appreciate that. Really appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. How do you think Joshua versus Joyce play out? It's a good fight, man. It's a really good fight. Like, people were very dismissive of Joyce. I think that is very tricky. That is a very tricky fight for AJ. If he can't put it down in Joyce early, Joyce is a juggernaut, man. Joyce will walk AJ down. That jab will be in AJ's face. Joyce is stronger. That's going to be tricky, man. Just a little promo. Punch Perfect is doing a live aftermath. He is. There he is in the chat, man. He is indeed doing a live aftermath. Is doing a live aftermath show, as the title suggests. It's after the fight. I know, man. A big up to Jamie. I need to give Jamie, and I can't do it on StreamYard, but I need to give Jamie a wrench so he could leave a link after this to his show, because I just don't have the YouTube app open. But if I could give him a wrench, I'd make him a moderator and he could be able to drop a link in. Did I get tickets for Fury fight? I tried to get it sold out on the website. I'm not trying to get tickets. I'm actually trying to get a media pass to do some interviewing backstage if I can. I had to email Queensbury. I'm waiting to hear back. As Ad A is interviewing Jordan Gill. I mean, what a performance. What a fight that was. Holy mother of God. That was some fight that he had a couple of weeks ago. But man, did he get lucky. Not lucky with the shot, but like, that could have gone a lot worse. He took some heavy headshots, and that DDT he got, I was worried. I was worried about Jordan Gill after that. His eyes looked rolled into his head in space. I was worried about the kid after that. Yeah, man, big up to Jamie every single time. Salute to Jamie. But yeah, honestly, great performance. I mean, that was brilliant from Jordan Gill. But that's one of them fights where you worry long term. Like, I mean, yes, he won the fight, and it's a great achievement. Don't get me wrong, but how much did that fight take out of him? How much did that fight take out of him? Yeah, salute to Ade every single time. Killing it on the zone. Great analyst by him. You, Hatman, and Chris. Yeah, big up to Chris Andre as well. I was lucky enough to meet him over in London. I met him up on the Thursday. And yeah, man, quite a god. Honestly, God, like, that was, we had so much fun as well. We were just walking around London and we went for food. And yeah, man, it was brilliant. Expect Jordan Gill to still look a bit busted up. Yeah, well, like, it's only been a fortnight. I'd say he would have been okay by now. Would you let Queensbury check your interview before you put it up? Well, I wouldn't be looking for any interviews with Frank Warren. So no, I would try and avoid him like the plague, to be honest, which I don't want to really. Is Sky working for Frotch now? I know Sweet Caroline coming up, but I don't think so. I think the fact that this fight's in Nottingham, they've just got him in there. So I wouldn't imagine. I prefer Frotch to work for Sky than Bellew, but hey, Punch Perfect. Yes, yes. Big up to Jamie every time. Big up to Jamie every single time. One of the best on here. And it was cool because I got to meet Chris for the first time. I've only ever met Chris on Zoom. And it's not the same. You know, it just isn't the same. And obviously with Jamie, I've only ever met him on Zoom. So it was nice to actually get to meet him in person. It was good fun as well. I was nice to see different parts of the UK. I got to go up to some place near Luton. I forget the name of it, but yeah, we had great fun doing that. So the main event, I'm reckoning a few more minutes, and we're good to go. We have lift off. It's going to be a late one tonight because I was expecting this to be over by like 11. Yeah, we're going later than that. We're breaking the 2 hour mark. Is Tyan Boot at the show? I don't know. He's from Nottingham, but he lives in Sheffield. I'm not sure if it's much of a distance from Nottingham to Sheffield. I know it'd be probably both northern, I think, anyway. Well, yeah, no, Nottinghamshire, or Nottingham and Nottinghamshire, I think they're two different places. That would have been central Britain. So, yeah, they wouldn't be too far apart, I would imagine, anyway. Punch Perfect on a good channel, and you on another. Fair play. I know, yeah, we're doing well. But yeah, Diamante's doing the announcements. Yeah, so we're good to go. They're gonna get the ring walks in soon, so we will be good to go. Is Hearn on his way down? I don't know if he's on his way down necessarily, mate. I think that for me, and I know I was talking about this to Hatman, and he said the same. We both feel that Hearn is more out of touch now at the minute than he is on the decline. But I think Hearn, he does, and he had like the way Hearn would speak to like the fans like me and other people, like he would kind of speak to you as if you don't know anything about boxing, and I think that's kind of the way he's kind of gone now. Um, where he's a bit out of touch with the box. I mean, like again, like I labour the point, but the Zone's team is terrible. See, oddly, Harrison has been going crazy on Twitter as of late. Conlan getting the ring walk. I'd say that ring. I'd love to know what his music is. Probably like an Irish song or something like that. Let's get the party started. Yep. He said that he lived. He said that he lived. He said in a live that he has a travel lodge and is going to go down and start on a frotch. Oh my god, that is crazy. Did I pay for them? In a way, yeah. I took them a super chat each time, so those three intros would have cost about 15 quid for the three of them. Yeah, the Irish are out there, out from Mick Conlan. Even though I can't hear, like obviously I don't have the sound on, but there's definitely a buzz there, and that there's always an atmosphere for Mick Conlan fights. Like I think that's just the natural atmosphere in Belfast. Like even when Paddy Barnes, Carl Frampton and people like that, there was always atmosphere in these fights in Belfast, and I'd say it's no different. So Conlan, obviously on his way to the ring, them fly gloves, the way he has them fly gloves look lovely, and yeah, he is that place looks packed. So man, this is gonna be a good fight. I feel this is gonna be a really good one. So he goes, walks to the ring, followed by Leigh Wood. So we're into fight coming. The fight's about to start in a few minutes. He looks confident, does Conlan. He has that swagger to him. He looks confident. And that's one thing about Conlan. He is a very confident character. He definitely has that natural confidence. Yeah, McGregor walked him to the ring in his first fight, his debut back in MSG 5 years ago. 5 years ago since Conlan turned pro. That's crazy when you think about it. 5 years. Remember that. 5 years ago, he turned pro on the Friday because was it the Friday? Yeah, he turned pro on the Friday, and I think Top Rank had a card on the Saturday. So yeah, it's crazy. Would you do any other YouTube channel apart from? Would you do any other YouTube channel apart from boxing? Which was crime, definitely. After Rio robbery, yep. What do I think went wrong with Paddy Barnes? You'd think if he turned pro earlier, he would have done well. Yeah, I think that was, you pretty much said it there. I think Paddy Barnes was jaded before he even turned pro. He'd been in the amateur system too long. He had the amateur style just indoctrinated into him. And I think it was a combination. He was jaded from the amateurs. He'd been amateur for so long, 3 Olympic cycles. So 12 years plus the rest. He could not adapt to pro style. He was jaded from the amateurs, and that was Paddy Barnes' biggest problem. Not for lack of talent. He had talent, but he was just jaded, and he just spent too much time in the amateurs. He peaked probably. He peaked probably in 2012. After that would have been perfect. Go pro, and you would have done something. Turning pro after Rio, too late. Too late. And I think he was kind of stuck with weight classes. Like, I mean, he was a light fly for most of the amateurs. Obviously, he outgrew it for Rio. But if he turned pro it's not super light fly. If he turned pro at light fly, he would have had more time to make weight. I think he would have had a better career. Ifs and buts now, it's been and gone, you know. So it's about Conlan now. This is who we're watching. So Leigh Wood went to the ring with Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn walking his man to the ring, and I'm looking forward to this. But I have a funny feeling this is gonna be a good fight. This is gonna be a good fight. Leigh Wood, Michael Conlan. Do I think tie-in boots there? I'd say he probably is. I'd say he probably is. Looking to start on Carl Froch. Is Dylan or Tyson Fury telling the truth about the sparring stories? What you feeling? I'd say it's a bit of both. Honestly, I know that might sound like you're just robbing Hatman, but no, I'd say it's a bit of both. I've seen fighters get dropped in sparring before. It happens all the time, and I'd say probably Tyson Fury was dropped by Dillian White. But like that, I reckon Tyson Fury obviously gave Dillian White fits in sparring, probably schooled him several times, and maybe did tell him to get out of the gym. So I'd say there's an element of both, but that was however many years ago. What, 7, 8 years ago? Different times to now. Doesn't like you could have someone who's beating the crap out of you in sparring, and then you fight them. It's a different thing altogether. You know, sparring is you take a lot from sparring, but it's not always gospels, if you know what I mean. You know, a lot of fighters would fight differently, but a lot of them would hold back as well a lot of times in sparring. So you need to take all that into consideration. You can have someone who's saying, "Oh, I'm sparring this guy, he's not doing much," but he's just trying to preserve himself. Maybe he's not wanting to give too much in sparring. Maybe he's not wanting to risk an injury. Then on fight night, he's given 100%, and you're just like, "Holy shit, this guy is really going for it." Leigh Wood on his way to the ring. I think he's got the Everlasts on, the Mexican Everlasts. They're a puncher's glove. If ever you wore a puncher's glove, you wear a Mexican Everlast. They were banned in the UK for a while, were those Everlasts. They were banned up until 2017 for some reason. I don't know why. You could use them anywhere else in the world. And AJ did get KO'd against Price. True story. Prime for prime, AJ or Price. Obviously, AJ wins. But I would have always found it interesting if he did fight David Price, just because I would be picking AJ to win, but I would have always felt that maybe there was that mental scar from the first fight. Oh, Tim Tszyu versus Charlo. Tim Tszyu was down at middleweight. Well, Tim Tszyu was down at 154 pounds, so he'd have to move up, but him against either Charlo would be amazing. So Leigh Wood in the ring. Ben Davison, boxer size Ben. Tie-in boot starting on Carl Froch. And you only made a video about two guys starting on one another. Was it this event? I need to finish. I only got watching the start of Tie-in Boots' latest video, but I need to finish it off. I haven't seen the full video. I need to see the full one. That dropped Tyson Fury one knee for a few seconds. I'd well believe that happened. Well believe it, especially if it was a Fury who, because Fury's always been fluctuating with weight. So if you caught him at the start of camp or something like that where he wasn't sharp, you could eat. Like I remember, Anderson was meant to be giving him the business and sparring for the Fury fight, a Wilder fight. Both guys in there, man. This is gonna be a fun fight. Horsehair in the gloves. Yeah. They have horsehair in them. Ben Davis' reputation will be on this after the Josh Taylor. Yeah, if Ben Davison wins, well, Ben Davison wins. If Leigh Wood wins, I reckon a lot of people will shut up about Ben Davison. If he loses, Leigh Wood will lose this fight, and Leigh Wood will probably come away from it, and no one will even bat an eyelid. No one will probably bat an eyelid. Ben Davison will get 100% of the criticism. I'm picking Leigh Wood to win the fight. I think I'm the only one still picking Leigh Wood to win the fight. But that was my gut feeling when this fight was announced. And I always say you shouldn't go back on your gut feeling. You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't go back on your gut feeling. You hope Conlan wins because you don't like Ben Davison. I just think stylistically Leigh Wood wins. I don't care about the trainers. I'm looking at it from a fighter's point of view, and I don't. And like, I should. People would be saying, "Look, why aren't you picking Conlan to win? You're from Ireland. He's from Ireland." Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where they're from. I just think as fighters, I think Leigh Wood may have more to offer. I just think stylistically Leigh Wood might be able to get to Conlan, but we shall see. We shall see. Ben Davison versus Adam Boot. I got your back. Woods by late stoppage. Woods by split decision. I'm thinking Woods late stoppage or majority decision. Conlan stoppage body shots. You mean low blows? Because that's how Conlan's body shots are. Very low blows. Very low fight. He's more reckless with the low blows. Method of victory. So, like, how would he win? Would you go for KO, TKO, decision, technical, unanimous, kind of stuff like that? That's what method of victory normally is. One win each way. What was it? One win. AJ's not mentioned. Tiebreaker versus a fat Ruiz. Yeah, Ruiz has been. Apparently, he was finished with Eddie Reynoso, but now apparently he's back with Reynoso because that looked Eddie Reynoso in that recent training footage. I think Ruiz is someone where if he knows he's not got a fight, he's not going. He's not the kind of guy who's going to go to the gym for no reason. I don't think you'll ever get that guy really coming in ever in good shape. That's just the way it seems to me. And it seems like that even with Canelo in the camp, it's not motivating Ruiz enough to keep staying in the gym unless he's got a fight lined up. Because Canelo will just stay in it. Yeah, I know McDonald certainly wasn't a puncher. That goes without saying. But I do think Leigh Wood has improved since then. And, we have to wait. Look, Leigh Wood, when he was with Dave Colwell, I always felt that he was missing something. Under Ben Davison, he looked a lot better. Does that mean he's going to beat Conlan? I suspect it might. If I'm wrong, so be it. I'll do a post fight and I'll be the first one to say, got this wrong. There was a rematch clause. Oh, really? Really? Oh, for God's sake. I don't understand it at all. What is the point? Like, why do you insist? It was a good fight, but why do you need to have rematches for every single fight? Like, it shows a lack of confidence. It shows a lack of confidence in the fighter. Because if you really were so confident, like Eddie Hearn is like, it's down to practice. It's like you've got 3-0 prospect. Why do you need a rematch clause? So here we go. And Steve Gray refereeing the fight. Let's do this. Let us do this. Steve Gray, Adam Booth, Ben Davison, Leigh Wood, Michael Conlan. Let us go. Right, here we go. Main event time. Main event time. And obviously, Josh Warrington is going to be the next watch along we do on this channel. Looking forward to that one. Really looking forward to that watch along. Right. Both guys ready? Here we go. Here we go. Conlan straight away. Looking to get the head movement into a clinch straight away. Leigh Wood with the right hand. And now, what am I drinking? I'm just drinking cranberry juice. Jab straight off the bat from Conlan. Able to find Leigh Woods with that little jab. Low left hand. And looking to move. A little smile on his face. A little swagger already from Conlan. Leigh Wood just looking to keep him up. Keep Conlan moving. Conlan again loves the low left hand. And it's a good idea. If you can get away with that low left hand, it is actually a good tool to have. Because you can set so much off from it. And look at that. The little flurry Leigh Wood makes the fans jump to their seat. That's going to influence the judges. I'm telling you that now. That's definitely going to influence the judges. Good jab or good right hand to Conlan's body. Conlan moves an awful lot. Sometimes it's excessive, but it does offset the opponent. And another good shot to the body. Good work from Leigh Wood already invested in the body of Conlan early on, because that body, you can, and again, going down to the body of Conlan, a bit messy in that clinch, but if you can get to his body early on, slow him down, you're going to get a more stationary Conlan. And that's dangerous for him. I think for Conlan, if he's get a bit more stationary, and he's in there against someone like Leigh Woods who can bang. It's going to be interesting. I harper back to that fight Conlan had with that Romanian guy, where he was really getting outworked badly in parts. He looked very bad in that fight. Good shot goes in there from Leigh Wood. It's a good start from Leigh Wood. It's certainly a lot more competitive than we're used to seeing Conlan in. Certainly, he's normally a quick start, but Leigh Wood, another body shot goes in there. These body shots, keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on these body shots. These will pay dividends later on. If he invests in Conlan's body now in the first round and it keeps going, it's going to pay dividends late on in the fight. You're going to slow this guy down because Conlan can move and he is fast. All right, and he has a way of just kind of blinding his opponents with speed. So let's see. Another good shot goes in there from Leigh Wood. Investing early in Conlan's body. Conlan there missing with a body shot. Just gets blocked by Leigh Wood. Leigh Wood having a good start in this round. Again, throwing a little shot to the body. Leaves with a body shot this time. Conlan just moving around into a very messy clinch again. It's broken by the referee. Leigh Wood keeping it center. Trying to just dictate the pace in this fight. Not letting Conlan do what Conlan wants to do. Some good work in here from both guys. But definitely, this has been a Leigh Wood round, in my opinion. In the first round, Conlan misses there with a straight shot. Leigh Wood was able to block it. Good start to the first round. In my opinion, that's a Leigh Wood round. Just a little bit more busy, a little bit more active. Conlan didn't really land anything apart from a jab early on. Another body shot goes in. Oh! Whoa! Oh, I didn't see that coming. Holy mother of God, I didn't see that coming. Whoa! And they say Conlan can't punch. Oh, man. Oh, man, what? Man. Man, I didn't see that coming at all. Oh, man, he looks out of it. Wow, I'm going to... No, please don't spoil it if you're a minute ahead. If you're a minute ahead of me, don't spoil it. Holy shit, man. Oh, that was brilliant shot from... Oh, man. Man, Leigh Wood's not recovered. He's not recovered from that. This fight's over. And look at that. Just drop the hand. Boom. Oh, he's not going to recover from that. He's not going to recover from that. So please don't spoil it. I'd even hide that chat. I might even hide that chat. So you don't spoil it. I can hide that chat. All right, let's see. Start of the second round. Legs look very unsteady from Leigh Wood. Very unsteady. And Conlan is not noted as a big puncher, but he definitely was able to land a tremendous shot there. My days. So straight away, he's looking to land some shots here. Very messy. Shots around the back of the head. Leigh Wood still doesn't look fully right. Does not look fully right. Doesn't look right at all. That was low from Conlan. Expect that in this fight. Expect to see a lot of that. And Leigh Wood still doesn't look right. Another right hand goes out. He's done. He is done. Mick Conlan is going to take this guy out. Leigh Wood, his legs are completely gone. Conlan runs the risk of punching himself out, but Leigh Wood just doesn't look like he's able to get anything underneath him. Those legs look gone. Conlan bleeding now. Looks like the heads came together. As I said, Conlan may run the risk of punching himself out, but Leigh Wood's legs just do not look right. Low blow goes in there again from Conlan. That was low. Leigh Wood just trying to survive, trying to hang on, trying to push Conlan back. Conlan again takes center ring. And he is looking to finish this off as if to say, Leigh Wood, I'm not being paid for overtime. I want my title. Swinging and miss there for Conlan again with a right hand, or left hook, I should say. The heads are very close, very messy on the inside. And Conlan, as I said, want to be careful you don't end up punching yourself out early on. After the good start Leigh Wood made in the first round, it's crazy how this fight's been put up on its head. I thought we were getting a 12-round fight here. Conlan needs to be... Oh, another right hand, another left hook goes in there from Mike Conlan. Leigh Wood takes this a lot better this time. Doesn't look as hurt, but still doesn't look fully cognizant. Cannot get away from that shot. He cannot get away from that shot. And Conlan knows it. And Conlan knows it. Cannot get away from that shot. Another shot goes in from Conlan again, but Leigh Wood, has he regained his composure? Not quite. Conlan again. Combinations go in. Leigh Wood punches back. I've got a minute to go in the second round. If you're ahead of me, please don't spoil. I have the chat hidden now because of that. But Leigh Wood's legs still don't look right underneath him. They still look quite bad. But he ends up landing a shot there. That was a good shot he landed on the side of Mike Conlan. Don't know if the power is quite there for Leigh Wood at this stage. trying to recover from that dreadful start to this fight. Absolutely dreadful start. Wonder if Leigh Wood's legs are back underneath him. I wonder if Leigh Wood has his legs. 30 seconds to go in the second round. He survived a hard round. A very hard round. Whoa. Another left hook. I mean, that left hook is his gloves down too low. Your glove is down too low. That left hook is going to keep getting through if you let it. If you keep that glove down as low as it is, it's going to keep getting through. But Leigh Wood, nice little finish to the round. A nice little finish to the round. And I'm seeing people say, what a shot. I'm hoping you're not spoiling it. I'm taking that chat off again. I'm taking that bloody chat off because some of you guys are ahead of me. And I'm wondering now. So, I had to take the chat off because I know I'm behind because the zone stream, and I'm using the zone app and the stream is really laggy. Really laggy. It's probably because I'm doing both streams at the same time. So, I don't really want any spoilers. If you're ahead of me, that's good, but I want to react to this live. And those heads, oh yeah, that was the head clash there that forced the cut off Mick Conlan. Alright. Into round 3 we go. Into round 3 we go. Conlan again. Got the head movement. That jab. Can't miss the jab. Can't miss Leigh Wood's head. Leigh Wood looks really out of his depth in this fight. He really does. Made a great start in the first round, but God almighty, he's done nothing since. Other than get absolutely battered by Mick Conlan the whole way. And Mick Conlan looks calm, composed, relaxed, in the groove, in the zone. Picking Leigh Woods apart. Oh, good shot from Mike Conlan. That was a stiff jab. Very stiff jab. Leigh Wood is going to do well to survive. He's going to do well to survive. Even getting this fight to the mid rounds, much less winning it. And Conlan, I think Conlan is just looking to set that shot up. He's just looking to set that one shot up. He knows he can hurt Leigh Wood. He knows he can hurt him with one shot. I think he's just looking now to set this shot up. He is just looking now to set this shot up. Moving around the ring a bit. And Leigh Wood's game plan, I think, in the first round was go Conlan's body. Or at least try to anyway. And that seems to have gone now. Ever since that first round. He was doing well in that first round as well. Nice little shot from Leigh Wood there, but it comes to nothing. And they're in a very messy clinch again. The referee shouts break. Oh, guys in center ring, Mike Conlan just looking for whatever opening he can find. Whatever opening he can find. That was a bit low as well. Another right hand or another left hook goes over the top. Some of these body shots from Conlan again, they are straight down quite low. He's known for that, but he is exploding in with some of these shots and doing very well. See Jamie Conlan at ringside going ballistic. I can imagine. But great work so far from Conlan. Absolutely great work so far from him. But Leigh Wood, I think Leigh Wood has gotten over that crisis. And he seems to be coming back into this fight a little bit more. Not in terms of being able to take a foothold and win the fight, but I think the crisis of being just so badly hurt. I think his legs have finally come back underneath him. It's still a Conlan round, this third round, but Leigh Wood, again, hurt by Conlan. Shots go in from Conlan. Too easy to hit. Too easy to hit is Leigh Wood. Another shot goes in from Conlan. Taking these a lot better, though, for some reason. Taking these shots a hell of a lot better than he was the first time. Maybe he's kind of seeing the trajectory of these shots come in. They say the punch you don't see coming are the ones that hurt the most. Maybe he's getting an idea and he's seeing some of these shots come a bit more. And Leigh Wood just throws a couple of body shots there when he has Conlan up against the ropes, but Conlan looks in control. He really does look in control. And Leigh Wood is looking like a man who's already quite a bit desperate now at this stage. So let's see. End of round 3. Now, if anyone is ahead of me, I don't have the chat on. I'm afraid to put the chat back on. I'm absolutely terrified in case someone's going to spoil it. I don't want that. I like reacting to these just as they happen. I just like live as they happen. So please, if I hope to God we don't have. I want to go back in because I know there's people commenting saying other things. I'm like, I want to read them, but I don't want to fucking get spoiled or anything. But big up 250 in the building. If he's good, lads and lassies, smash the like button. It does help the boy out a lot. A lot. It does help the channel out. But if you could, smash the like button. 250 in the building. So fourth round just coming up. Both guys off their stool. First round went so well for Leigh Wood up until that point when he got dropped. Up until that point, and then it's just gone downhill ever since. And he is really in survival. It's in crisis panic mode now. It really is in panic mode. And Conlan just looking composed, looking sharp. He fancies this. He really fancies this. Another left hook goes and misses there, but he's getting closer with that left hook. He is getting closer and closer. And Leigh Wood, I think the speed of Conlan is bothering Leigh Wood. Definitely seems to be bothering him. Can't seem to pin Mick Conlan down. Can't seem to get the trajectory of these shots worked out. And Conlan is liking this. Good shots going there from Leigh Wood. Got the fans on his feet, but Conlan doing his best to just slip and slide. A lot of the shots aren't landing too clean. They're in a very messy clinch now. Very messy. Both guys, yep. Inside fighting at its best. Leigh Wood trying to outwork Conlan up again the ropes. Conlan doing a good job. Slipping, sliding. Both guys have their arms free. Now, this is how you... That part there was inside fighting because they did have free arms. So Leigh Wood again, missing with a body shot. A minute and 45 to go in the fourth round. Conlan still looks in control. But that blood is starting to flow a little. Left hook just misses from Conlan. Just misses the top of Leigh Wood's head. It's been a good fight, lads. It's been a very good fight. Both guys go back. You break them up, referee. I mean, you could have done that a few seconds ago, but Conlan again looking to set that left hook up, looking to still try and land. Leigh Wood's legs seem back underneath him now. They seem to be back underneath. So I suspect that this fight may go some more rounds, but God knows. I mean, Michael Conlan, I wouldn't have thought he could have knocked Leigh Woods down with one shot. So God knows what might happen. And he is still, Leigh Wood is, although he looks better in terms of his composure, he looks to have his feet back under him, he still looks like a fish out of water in this fight. He really does. Looks like a fish out of water. And both guys working up close. They got the free hand, he could still work. So the referee breaks them again. Steve Gray giving a bit of a warning. Some shots going in there. Every time I see an exchange, I just kind of stop and think, oh my God, what's going to happen? But Leigh Wood then gets Mike Conlan back up against the ropes. Conlan swinging and miss with the left hook. Back into another clinch. Getting a bit messy in this round, but you would say this is still a Conlan round. It's probably a shutout so far on most people's scorecards to Michael Conlan. I wouldn't really see this fight going any other way. But Leigh Wood, again, I like what Leigh Wood is doing here is that even though he's been hurt, even though he's not finding much room up top, he is still investing in Conlan's body. Now, that is still a good idea because if Conlan does punch himself out and if he does slow down, all that work will definitely pay dividends. Will definitely pay dividends, but some more shots going in from Conlan, and that's the end of that round. Yes, if you could, please smash the like button. Have I got a link? You can watch it on the Zone, mate. You can watch it on the Zone. This is just a live watch along. Literally, we're just doing a live watch along for this fight. Jamie Conlan laughing with Eddie Hearn. He's probably delighted at ringside. Absolutely delighted. Yeah. Well, I think that was someone saying catching someone cold. I think that's more so what happened. And I think now Leigh Wood has recovered. He knows kind of right back on the game plan. Because though some of them shots that are coming in from Conlan, they're not having the same effect on Leigh Wood as they did in the first round. Could potentially be that he was just caught cold, end of the first round. He was winning the first round anyway. So I guess he's probably just thinking, all right, just got caught cold. Here we go. Round number 5. You have it a shutout. Like Mike Conlan's still looking to set that shot up again. Leigh Wood has got a bit more wise to it. And it's not letting it, well, it's not getting through as easy now. But Conlan still looks like a man looks like he's someone who's in charge. Looks like someone who just won't be denied, to be honest with you. And Conlan hasn't slowed down at all. That's the interesting thing. Even though he put a lot of work in, especially in that second round, he's not slowed down in this. I would have thought he would have slowed a bit more than that. And I would have thought it also would have given Leigh Wood a bit of an opportunity, but he's not slowed down. Good body shot goes in there from Leigh Wood. A little subtle one goes in. And Conlan again, trying to get his shot lands, and then just end up in a clinch. Yeah, he is catching some straights from Conlan, catching too many. The defense for Leigh Wood is not really on point. A lot of these shots from Conlan are getting in. They're landing quite easily. Anyone got links? If you go on Google and you type in release SKY, all one word, release SKY.com, you'll get this fight. Now there's an interesting one. Right hand goes in from Leigh Wood. So still getting hit too easy with the jab. Just walk straight into a jab, does Leigh Wood. The defense is not great for him in this fight. He's struggling to pin Conlan down, and Conlan's able to find him. Conlan's able to find him, no real bother. More shot going from Michael Conlan. Leigh Wood's head movement is just not on point. Not on point at all. He can break the guard at Conlan, but he can't do much else. So Conlan is just happy just to pivot up again the rope, slip these shots, let these shots go in. Some good work to the body, though, to be fair, from Leigh Wood, but he gets hit with an uppercut from Conlan. Looks like it hurt him. He's holding on. And Conlan doing some good work even on the inside. But that was a bit dirty. That was mauling on the inside. Conlan again. Oh, nearly got caught by a left hook there from Leigh Wood. But he is still finding a home for his shots on Leigh Wood. Having a great fight. Michael Conlan is. Really doing well in here. But getting a bit, when they get up close, they can be a bit reckless. And that's where the head clash came from in the second round. And I just do worry about that. If there's a bit of, something, if they're just a bit too reckless in there, something might happen. But Conlan definitely looks, he's slowed down a bit in this round, it has to be said. Has slowed down a wee bit. But definitely, he is in control. Heads come very close in that clinch, very close. They're very reckless when they get up close. They are both really giving nothing away. The name of that site, just type in release SKY. Release SKY. And you'll be good to go. You should get it anyway. You should get it there. Wow, this has been a fun fight. Oh, that's a bad clash of heads. Oh, they're showing a replay of it, and yeah, that clash of heads looked like it hurt. That didn't look nice at all. Let's have a look at it again. Both guys, oh yeah, reckless, very reckless. But Leigh Wood, to his credit, he's been getting through it. I'm surprised, I really am. I thought he was going to get stopped in the second round, to be honest with you. But it's been a good fight so far. I think Leigh Wood's going to need to gamble on a knockout at this stage. Try and do what Michael Conlan couldn't do to him. And I wonder if that's going to happen. It's looking ever more unlikely, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. Shot there to the body from Conlan to start this sixth round off. Misses with the jab to the head. Now that body shot got through. And Leigh Wood obviously trying to pressure Conlan, having not much success with it. Conlan looks composed. Looks good, looks sharp. And there's some good, that's actually a bit better work there from Leigh Wood. Able to get a few shots in, more body shots go in from Leigh Wood. And more again. The pressure actually, that's some good pressure from Leigh Wood. Now he's doing a bit more now in this round, to be fair, to his credit. In the sixth round, he's doing a good bit. The referee breaks him up again. So slightly better work here from Leigh Wood in this round. Definitely some better work going on. I think Conlan, he put a lot into the first six. I think he is starting to slow down a bit, but not dramatically. And he's happy to let Leigh Wood work while he's not working. He's happy to just slip and slide these shots and let Leigh Wood exert himself while he catches his breath. And you can see that. And they're inside. Some good work on the inside there as well. That's how inside fighting should be. Left hook goes in there from Leigh Wood. Does actually catch Mike Conlan. Oh, I thought for a second Leigh Wood was going to go down there again, but no. They just fall back into a clinch again. Conlan is, I'll say he's tired, but he definitely is slowing down. You can see it in his face. And the switching again, loves to do that switch hit, switching stance again. And that's when the fighter does that, and you're the opponent, you have to step on the gas when he does that, because you can take advantage of that, catch him in between stances. It's a better round though for Woods in the 6th round. Leigh Wood in the 6th round, having a lot more success against Conlan, certainly in this one anyway. Conlan just some shots go in there from Leigh Wood. My Conlan retaliates to just fall back into another clinch. It's a lot of clinches in this fight, but Wood is coming on strong in this round. Now I wonder, will we see him come strong down the stretch, or is this just one of them rounds that maybe Conlan's taken off, Leigh Wood's just decided, right, I'm going to get myself back into this fight, and I'll come back on down the stretch, because definitely he's doing a lot better work here, much better work. Conlan still landing some of them body shots though, it has to be said. So although Leigh Wood is doing his job with his body shots, Conlan definitely closes the round landing a good few. Closes the round by landing a good few. Oh, very reckless there, very messy on the inside. Extremely messy. Extremely messy stuff. Watching from Australia, man, big up. Woods do. Sorry, I was just checking something here. If Woods can get past the 8th round, it's looking unlikely at this stage, mate. Now, to be honest with you, that he's going to get past 8th round. He is. I'm going to talk about this in a post-fight review as well. But I will get that website for you now in 2 secs, mate. How do you watch for free? I'll tell you now in 2 secs. I'll give you a link. Well, I can't leave a link, but I'll tell you the name of the website I would routinely use in 2 secs. I need to check this. Just need to check this one to make sure this was fine. So we go. I'll tell you now in 2 secs as I go back on to mine. So we're into the 7th round. Woods definitely, I think, will be coming on a bit stronger now. I think I just plug this in. Watch it from Russia. I will see what I can do for you now in 2 secs, mate. I'll do it in the next break, because I wanted to talk about this. Man, it's messy on the inside sometimes. And Conlan is just kind of moving around. Like, Conlan was able to just kind of fully shift, showing his toughness. Yeah, Conlan is tough. Now, don't question Conlan's heart or his tenacity. He definitely is. Don't question Leigh Woods is either. Both guys are showing tremendous strengths. It really is. Making for a good show, exactly. Conlan, he's not having as much success with them straight shots anymore. Leigh Wood's able to telegraph him. Leigh Wood sees them coming. And I think, as someone said earlier, Leigh Wood was catching them shots cold. So Leigh Wood was really struggling, because every shot he was getting hit with, he was getting caught cold with. Whereas now his legs have recovered, he sees these shots coming, and he's warmed into the fight. Let's not make any mistake about it. He's warmed into it quite well. So, some good work coming in from Leigh Wood in this round. He definitely won the 6th round. For my money, he took that 6th round. So, we will see how he gets on in this, the 7th. Ooh, those heads look like they came close together again there. And Conlan just gets thrown into the ropes now. Yeah. As I'm saying, battle of body shots. Yep. Leigh Wood looks to have the better body shots, to be honest with you. A lot of Conlan's see more kind of thrown from the arm. Leigh Wood, oh, look at that. Swing and a miss from Conlan. Oh, good shot from Conlan to end that round. But Leigh Wood is coming back into this fight now. And yeah, someone was asking me the name of the website. I will spell it for you here. It is RELEASESKY.com. That's the actual spelling of it. So RELEASESKY.com. esky.com. You'll get some there. Good left hand by Conlan to end the round. 268 in the building. Big up to everyone. Shout out to everyone who's locked in. If you haven't already, hit the like, hit subscribe, help your boy out, help your boy get to 10k subs by the end of the year. I love doing these watch alongs. These watch alongs are brilliant. It's been a good fight so far. How are we scoring? I've only given Leigh Wood 2 rounds. I've only given Leigh Wood 2 rounds. Gave Conlan the first 4, gave Leigh Wood the last 2. How does Bellew have it? Bellew gave Leigh Wood the 4th round, and he gave Conlan the last round. I gave Conlan the last round, and I gave Leigh Wood the last round. I gave Conlan the 4th round. So we have the same scorecard, just different rounds. But Leigh Wood definitely for sure is coming back into this. Good shot there, actually, landed by Leigh Wood on Mike Conlan. Conlan with a good body shot, though. And Leigh Wood looking to match fire, with fire looking to go down to the body on his end. Referee again. Conlan break. Is the fight over? Not yet. Not yet. Bellew has it 6-2. I have it 6-2 as well, obviously, with the 10-8 round. Whoa, good shot goes in there from Leigh Wood. He landed a good shot on Conlan. Conlan took it well. But he's in a fight, Michael Conlan. Even after we didn't think it after the first round, but he is in a fight. Oh, they just both guys threw a shot and ended up in a clinch again. Referee warned about the heads. The heads come together very quick, very recklessly in this fight. Very reckless with the heads at times. Conlan again. The switch hitting I don't particularly like. I don't like it when it's overtly doing it, and the referee is warning them about that. 6-2 to Conlan. Yeah, I would have a 6-2 to Conlan, obviously, with the points, extra point in round 1 for the knockdown. Good shots going in there from Conlan again in this round. This is more even Stevens round. Struggling a bit more in this round. Go, good shot from Michael Conlan on Leigh Wood. Opens up again. Here come the Irish fans. Oh, Michael Conlan actually tagged in by Leigh Wood as well. So Michael Conlan got some good shots in, and then Leigh Wood gets some good shots in. So this is a good fight. It's turning into a real war now. Leigh Wood backs Michael Conlan up to again the ropes. Both these guys are going at it now. This is fun to watch, lads. This is fun to watch. Great body shot from Woods goes in there. Conlan was having a success, but man, Leigh Wood is coming back into it. Leigh Wood is definitely coming back into this fight. Good left hook lands on the inside by Leigh Woods. Conlan taking a few shots in return. Conlan definitely taking his fair share of shots. And Leigh Wood having some good success. Gets Conlan backed up again the ropes again. This could be another round going Leigh Woods' way. This could be another round going his way. If he, oh, whoa, good shot from both guys. Both guys landed some shots there. Leigh Wood led with a shot, landed. Conlan retaliates with a shot. This is getting to be good stuff. Body shot just destroys low from Conlan. Misses there with a shot. And it misses the same shot that he landed in the first round. Leigh Woods caught onto that. And the fighters break. Who would you give that one to? Spell the link. I'll spell it again. So it's spelled RELEASESKY.com. SKY.com. This has been a good fight, lads. Make no mistake about it. This has been a hell of a fight. Hell of a fight. I mean, I've been enjoying this fight thoroughly. Thoroughly enjoying this fight. So we go. Man, this fight's going the full hog. I reckon. I reckon we're getting the fight that goes the distance. And if we do, Conlan should be up. I think most people would have Conlan up, but God knows, with the way these scorecards have been in the UK as of late, God knows what we might be getting. Here we go. Round 9. Leigh Wood, Michael Conlan. Leigh Wood definitely having more success than he was early on. I think Conlan exerted a lot of energy in those first few rounds. He really did. And Leigh Wood is really starting to come back into this fight now. Really starting to come back into it good. Leigh up 6 rounds. He's definitely not. I don't see how Leigh Wood's winning this fight. He's winning rounds. If he wins every round from thing to here, he should maybe just scrape a draw, I think. Maybe just nick it, but I don't think so. I'd be very whoa, swinging a miss from Conlan. I'd be very surprised if Leigh Wood wins every round from here on in. Good jab from Mick Conlan. Some good work now in this round. Mick Conlan just keeping it at range, just not trying to get sucked into a war like he did in the last round. Just trying his best to keep this fight at range. More work from Conlan, better punches from Conlan, he is, but the pressure from Leigh Wood. I tend to favour the cleaner punches, normally anyway. And that is what Mick Conlan is doing. And Leigh Wood's not really doing anything in this round in terms of he's not landing at significant. I don't think, no, Terry O'Connor's not one of the, I think there's just one British judge and the other two are foreign. I think they're both from Poland. Actually, I think so. I think they are. I think that's what it said anyway. Yeah, I wouldn't say Woods would stick around much longer after this fight. It's been a tough one, win or lose. This is a fight that knocks a few years off your career. It's been a tough fight for Leigh Wood. He's taken a lot of shots. Does good work though to get Mick Conlan backed up again the ropes again. Does very good work. This round, round 9, yeah, some work there by Leigh Wood, but this round's been a lot. It's been a bit of a nothing round. Definitely hasn't caught fire like the last one did. That last round caught fire quick. Man, that last round caught fire quick. This one is a Conlan round, definitely. He's just been doing his bit, just been sticking to his boxing, picking his shots quite well. Leigh Wood trying to force the action in this round, but he's not really having too much success along the way. They're mainly on Michael Conlan. It's mainly on Michael Conlan. And I think, yep, this is a round that's going the way of Ireland. Oh, shots go in there. That was close from both guys. Grandstand finish to this round. Some shots go in from Leigh Wood. Back to Conlan up again. And Ben Davison there in the corner. I wonder what he must be thinking. I wonder what he must be thinking. He hasn't had a fight or lose in God knows how long. Don't know when the last time he had a fight or lose. Now, he should have had one a few weeks ago, but man, this has been a fun fight to watch. I'm surprised how quick this fight took off, man. This has been fun. It's been fun as hell to watch. So how many we have in the building? How many we actually got in the building? 250 in the building. As I said, lads, if you could just smash the like button along the way, hit subscribe as well. If you could help your boy out, does help me out, helps me out a lot. If you could do that, really appreciate it. Whose corner is Davison in? Davison is in Leigh Wood's corner, and Adam Boot and Russ Amber in Jamie Conlan's. Or Michael Conlan's. Ben Davison, yep. Round 10. Didn't think we'd get this far after the first round. Are we gonna see Conlan coast it? I wonder. Maybe just try and not get involved, or is Leigh Wood gonna really force it? Oh, that's one thing. The clinches have been. What's Bellew's scorecard looking like? 87-83. He gave that. He scored the 9th round to Leigh Woods. Okay, bizarre. I don't agree with that. Scored the 8th round to Michael Conlan. That round could have went either way. So if Tony Bellew, if you put the 8th round into Leigh Wood, you've got a closer fight now. This fight could go close. I can't see how. Yeah, he does look better in every department. He definitely does. I don't know how. If this fight goes Leigh Wood's way after the end, unless he drops Conlan a couple of times, then I'm baffled. I would be literally baffled. Unless he drops Conlan like that a couple of times, I'll be stumped. Stumped. Some more good shots land in from Conlan. He's too clean. His shots land too clean. You can't score these any other way than to make Conlan. You know, when you see Leigh Wood, a lot of these shots, yeah, he's applying pressure, he's throwing more volume. Some good jab goes in there from Leigh Wood, but Nick Conlan's shots are clean. There's another look, another looping shot that goes in from Conlan lands on Leigh Wood. And Leigh Wood in retaliation has very little. Yeah, he's showing some good body shots in there. I'll give him credit for credit's due there. There's nothing else happening. Great body shot going from Conlan. This is really having some success in this 10th round. Misses there with a few. Leigh Wood does a good job, took up and blocking them. That was a good body shot from Mick Conlan. Oh, but retaliates from Leigh Wood. Good, some shots go in. Yeah, Mick Conlan's doing a good job blocking, but some good shots went in there. Conlan could get a stoppage, definitely. He definitely can get a stoppage in this fight. Punches are landing very clean on Leigh Wood, very clean. But he's doing good. There he is, Conlan up again in the corner. Really depends on what you like. Really does depend on what you like. Not necessarily. No, I still like Leigh Wood is a good fighter, but he won breakout performance. I still think Conlan gets battered if he fights Navarretes, Shakors, people like that. Yeah, Conlan's doing fine here, but now would he go up a little bit? Yeah, he did good in this fight, but I still think he gets battered if he goes anywhere near the real world level guys. And Mick Conlan is gripping on like hell to Leigh Wood, and he is. Oh, he might get in trouble for that. He might get in trouble. He was gripping on like hell, and he gets a warning: no point deductions, no point deductions. But he was gripping onto Leigh Wood like hell there. As we come to the end of round number 10, how do you have it in the chat? How do you have it in the chat? How do we have it? Leigh Wood definitely has heart. If some people are scoring these rounds otherwise, I wonder how it's going to be. I wonder what way they have these fights scoring. It's crazy. But Mick Conlan, for my money, he won that 10th round. So we go into the 11th round now. Man, this has been a fun card. It's been a fun fight, man. Woodsy now up 8 rounds. I think we both know that that's not true. Woodsy can't be up 8 rounds. I don't know if he could find even. I don't even know if he could find 4 rounds to give to him, much less 8. 8-2 Conlan. Yeah, Conlan is really taking control in this fight. I won't be. I'll tell you now, there won't be any shenanigans. I'm calling it. This fight goes the distance. There won't be any shenanigans. Conlan will win it fair and square. There won't be any split majority, and it'll just be a fair and square Conlan win. And let's see the punch stats. Leigh Wood has thrown more, landed less. And that pretty much sums it up. Sums this fight up, really. And Mike Conlan threw an awful lot in that second round. 7-3 to Conlan with the extra point. Oh, good shot goes in there from Mike Conlan. Still having success with that looping shot. I think it's a left hook. Yeah, it would be a left hook. Because Conlan switches so much, you can never really tell. I think Conlan may be looking to just coast it from here. He knows he's up on the scorecards. He knows he's in control. He knows he's superior to Leigh Wood. I think all he needs to do at this stage is maybe just see this one through. Leigh Wood needs to, at the very least, drop Conlan a couple of times, and I don't think he will. I think Leigh Wood, although his condition's been good, he's shown heart. I just don't see him being able to get to Conlan like that, or hope, or get a knockout. And if he's not going to drop him, I can't see him getting a knockout either. So 2.5 hours I've been going for. Holy shit, man. Didn't realize I've been going this long. It's nearly midnight. Conlan again, great work in this round by Mike Conlan. Some really good long shots. Keeping his shape very well. That's something you need to think about when you're seeing these fighters. He keeps his shape extremely well. You see some fighters after a while, after a long fight, it's been tough. They start to kind of like the technique starts to go, their shape starts to go. Conlan's kept it the whole way through this fight. He's doing very well. Some more body shots go in. Heads come very close. Oh, that was a good shot by Leigh Wood now, to be fair. Good little left hook. Short little left hook was thrown. Another one on the inside gets thrown by Leigh Wood. Mick Conlan's had to take a few shots. He's had to take a few shots. 50 seconds to go in the 11th round. More combinations coming in from Leigh Wood. Good ring management. It's excellent ring management by Michael Conlan. Excellent throughout. And some more great shots on the inside landed by Conlan. Leigh Wood takes them well. Oh, that's a good left hook. That's a great left hook from Michael Conlan. Some great shots thrown in. Conlan gets the better of that exchange. Leigh Wood takes the shots well. At the end of the day, we're in the 11th round. I think the sting from some of these Conlan shots is gone. And I think Leigh Wood is well and truly warmed into the fight. Should be able to take these a bit better. But Conlan got the better of that exchange, definitely. Leigh Wood literally has one more round in order to get this decision. And I don't think he's going to do it. Another shot goes in. Whoa! That's not a knockdown. That's not a, is it? Is it a knockdown? It is a knockdown. Leigh Wood has a knockdown. That didn't look a knockdown to me, but it's officially a knockdown. Let's have a look at the replay. Let's have a look at the replay. Russ Amber is going nuts on the side. Let's have a look at this replay. Don't know if that was a knockdown. Let us have a look at this. That's changed this fight. That's made this fight a lot closer. That has made this fight a lot closer. This is going to be interesting. I want to see this replay. Let's have a look. See. Shots go in from Leigh Wood. Leigh Wood. Shot did go in, but it looked more a balance issue. But yes, a shot did go in. Let's have a look at it again. Yeah, shot went in. Punch went in. I don't know if it was a concussive necessarily or if it was balanced, but that's made this fight an awful lot closer. Punch did land though. So when a punch lands, you kind of have to, but that's made this fight an awful lot closer. Oh, the play for in this round. Let's see how Bellew has it. 1 point in it. 1 point in it for Bellew. So if Leigh Wood wins this round, we're having a draw on Bellew's scorecard anyway. Yeah, referee quite rightly warning Leigh Wood, don't push. Oh, this is getting interesting now. It's getting interesting now. Hardly only 1 point in it. It's Bellew, like, you know what he's like. Bellew, matchroom fighters. That's Bellew. So, if Bellew says one fighter is winning, the other fighter is miles ahead. Just going for Woods. Oh, yeah, this is Bellew. He only wants. He's not objective at all. He's not objective at all. But some more shots go in from Leigh Wood. Leigh Wood is playing. He knows it's all to play for. Good left hook goes in there from Leigh Wood. Mike Conlan doesn't seem to be too staggered at all about that, but needs to be careful. More shots go in from Leigh Wood. He is really going for it in this round. He knows this is on the line. He is saying, whoa, Conlan's out of the... Oh, my God! What the... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That would... I hope Conlan's okay. That looked heavy. That looked bad. Oh, my God. That didn't look good at all. That looked bad. That looked really, really heavy. But what just happened? Like, what the... What? What just happened? That, like, and Conlan fell right out of the ring. Like, that's not good. That, oh my God. What the actual hell just happened? What happened? Is Conlan okay? I'm not leaving until I know what this. Holy mother of God, man! This fight was crazy. Conlan just dropped his hands, man. That wasn't good. But the way he fell, he just kind of like it was like That was weird. That wasn't good, man. That wasn't good. The way he just kind of just sagged and then fell out of the ring. I mean, holy mother of God, that was really not good. It was a crazy fight, but is he okay? Holy shit, man. Holy shit, man. And I got my pick right, but Jesus Christ, I hope Conlan's okay. They're not really going to him. Mate. Conlan got, yeah, just, he doesn't look okay, does he not? Oh my God, shit. You can tell if he's okay, you're watching it. Well, I can't see, they're not showing him. So how the hell should I know if he's okay or not? Man, I want to see this ending. Holy mother of God, that's crazy. I cannot believe Leigh Wood won that fight. I cannot believe the ending to that fight. That is absolutely crazy. That is literally, Conlan was in control. He was so in control at one stage. He was literally, that second round, Leigh Wood, I thought he was going to get stopped. Mate, that is crazy. That's just, that could have been a nasty fall as well from Michael Conlan. So you just obviously precaution, want to make sure he's okay. But mate, that was crazy. That was fucking crazy, man. That was absolutely crazy. Now there should be a rematch. Well, it's a mandatory, so there wouldn't be a rematch. Oh man, that was absolutely like, I'm speechless, man. Holy mother of God. That was one of my mates just text me there saying that was insane. It was insane. Man, fair play to him. Yeah, man. That fought, man. What we at? 340 in the chat, man. This been one of the craziest live watching longs I've ever done. If you could, 340 in the building, can you please smash the old like button? Hit subscribe if you haven't already, if you like the content. Like I said, I'm staying on for a little bit, just until like I know kind of what's going on. I can see the replay, and then I'll do the post fight. But mate, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. That is a crazy way to end this fight. And I'm staying on for a little bit. I'll stay on for another like 5-10 minutes. Crazy ending. That was a cracky fight. Hope Conlan's okay. I haven't been this happy in a long time, says Oliver Cromwell. He's been stretchered out. Oh dear. Conlan being stretchered out. I wonder will they even show a replay of it then? Bellew's scorecard was a joke. Conlan was winning the fight handily, and then he was dropped. Well, it was a mixture. It was a combination of off balance, and then it was also a combination of a shot that went in. But did you see? Like they really were ecstatic when this was such a great fight. No idea it was not for a real title. It's a real title. I just hope Conlan's okay. Apparently, he apparently just collapsed. Oh dear, 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 dear. Good lord. I wonder because it just didn't. That just did not look right to me. That didn't look like someone who was concussed necessarily. The boxing god said Ben Davison. Oh Jesus, that was a worry. Like it was the way he just kind of. They won't show the replay. I doubt. Yeah, I doubt it. Holy mother of God, that was crazy. Because it didn't look like some of them shots were landing clean either. Like when Conlan was kind of up then the ropes, it didn't look like them shots were coming in massively clean. It kind of looked like some of them were landing and some of them were grazing. Yes, Leigh Wood was out working them. I can rewind, yeah, and I might just do that. Oh, that's way too far back. Where are we at? All right, I'm gonna fast forward it a wee bit. I wanna, if I can't get a replay, I'm gonna watch it on this. So here we go. Okay, I'm watching this back. So I'm in the 12th round after 2 minutes, right? After 2 minutes in this. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna. All right, let's have it. All right, I have the knockout. I'm not gonna show it obviously, but let's. Let's have a look-see, right? So Conlan lands a left hook. That's fine. Leigh Wood takes it. He backs Conlan up again the ropes. They're in a clinch now, right? They're in a clinch. And Leigh Wood's landing shots. They're missing. Lands a left hook on Conlan. Does land a right hook on Conlan that does rock him a little bit. Nothing major. And then he opens up on Conlan. But they're not landing. Conlan moving. Whoa, 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 whoa. That wasn't a punch. That didn't look like a punch to me. Hang on, I'm going to replay that. I'm going to replay that again. I'm not showing you on the screen for obvious reasons. That looked like, all right, punch lands from Leigh Wood. Conlan moves back. Shots going in. They're getting blocked by Leigh Wood. And then, whoa, no shot landed. No shot landed. I'm telling you now, that didn't look like he collapsed. I have never seen that. That didn't look, no shot landed. I'm telling you now, no shot landed. And Conlan did not take a hellacious beating in this fight. He did not take a hellacious beating in this fight. He didn't take a hellacious beating, so I'm not going to turn around and say, I wonder, possibly, could it have been the head clashes? Possibly. There was some head clashes, but, oh man. When you're watching it live and you see shots going in, you don't even think. But when I look at that, they did not land. No shot landed on Michael Conlan. I don't know if I will do a post fight for this. Oh man, let me know in the comment section. He just blacked out and fell out of the ring. He did. You know, obviously when you watch that live, you know, you and I, Bob, probably all thought that it was shots that landed. And I did myself. I thought they were shots. And when you look at it back, you're like, well, no shots landed. And that's scary. Like, that is very, very scary what happened. That's not good at all. And I'm actually going to text my mate and just say, like, that was insane, but that was not, like, them shots didn't land. I'm just texting my mate and saying that. Man, that was crazy. They're saying on the radio he's conscious. Well, thank God for that. Maybe it was a delayed reaction. Maybe it was. People, I am going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this live watch along. Thoughts go out to Michael Conlan. I hope he is okay. First and foremost, we need to just say 200, 300 people in the chat. Thank you for being here. But let's just all say a big prayer for Michael Conlan. Hope he's okay. That was scary to watch. I hope I don't see anything like that in the sport of boxing ever again. And let's just, whatever we say, let's just pray to God the kid is okay. Whatever happens, just pray he's okay. People, I'll leave you with that. We've had loads in the chat. We've had good fun. If you've liked what I do here on the channel, subscribe, hit the like button, help your boy out. I will do a post fight, quick post fight. Might go live tomorrow, mate. Might go live tomorrow. For now, I'll talk to you. Peace out, people.